Hey, Jam TV audience, is it show 52? Hey, Jam TV audience, how you doing? Show 52. So, okay, starting at show 50, I was like, okay, it's going to be the end of the first year. And then 51, I was like, I think it's the end of the first 52. It's not. 52 is the end of the first year. So it's the, what is it? The 11th of March. And on the 13th of March last year, which was a Friday, and it's not a leap year, we had our last show at Bobby Q's Live with Eric Rabaska and Light Warriors. Light Warriors Light is what we had going on there. And so we had that. And then all of a sudden the phone rang and it was, should we even be doing this? And I don't know. And maybe they're closing the school, they're closing the bars. Oh my God. Right. And then it was over. And that was tomorrow night, 1 year ago, minus a leap year day. And so we snapped into action the very next Thursday on the 19th with our first show of Jam TV. And it was interesting because the whole world was getting on the internet. The whole world was jumping onto, different things and discovering Zoom and House Party. And nobody knew what to do. Like, should I find Skype? And so we didn't know. So first week, we tested like crazy. We got the thing up and running for Thursday night. And we thought, okay, we'll be doing this for like 2 or 3 weeks. You know, we'll have a show that runs for 2 or 3 weeks while we're not in the bars. And then they'll wipe the tables down and we'll be back. And didn't exactly work out that way. So here we are, 52 weeks after that, doing our last show of the first year. And I'm going to bring on my good friend, Will Baird, kick off the show. So Bill Nolan was lost somewhere. He's going to come on after this. I see him now. He's like in the studio. But how you doing, Will?
He's locked in my car. I wanted more songs, so I trapped him in my car.
52 shows. We started
That's
with
right.
Bill Nolan, or we've had a couple of whatevers, but good to see you. You've become a real regular on the show. When did you really start like leaning into Jam TV?
When did I dig in?
Was it 6 months ago, or maybe
no?
not?
It was more than that. I would say maybe 9. I think we were going like 3 months because you recorded me right at the beginning, and then we didn't talk for a while, and then I like showed back up and was like, "Hi, can I play again?" And you were like, "All right, you can do more." And then after at the end of that set, I said, "I'd like to do every night at 8 o'clock," and you went, "Okay," and I've been here every night at 8 o'clock ever since.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, it's interesting. I remember saying back in the olden days of Jam TV when like it was like it was like we couldn't work. It was freezing and the technology, and I was hitting the wrong button. I was like, it was just insane, And I said someday, like a long time from now, we're gonna all get really good at this. And like now we're all kind of like, whatever, Thursday night, let's push some buttons and make it happen. And your look has always been good and all that. So.
Well, I have other ultimate goals with the web. I want to stream into hospitals and do stuff for sick people that I'm not allowed to get close to because they have COVID. So,
but that sounds great. That's
why I have all the fancy stuff. So
that's really great. All right, why don't you take it away? Do a song for us. What are you going to do?
I'm going to do. What am I going to do? I'm going to do. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. It's been 52 weeks.
Take it away. Nice.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a little dated, I'll admit, but kind of a classic. You know.
Yeah, no, that's a great tune. That's a great tune. A very good friend of mine, my pretty much my best friend for many, many years. He passed away, unfortunately, at a ripe old age. He was much older than I was. We met in Boulder, Colorado, and he was a singer, and he was in the singing group, The Persuasions, which was an a cappella singing group, like a famous one. And they did records with everybody. And they did a record with U2 where they rearranged U2's music as a cappella music.
Wow.
And it was great. It was absolutely great. So I don't know if they did that song. Why wouldn't they have done that song? So
yeah, that would have been a classic. Although it was, it was sort of later in the game. They had sort of that phase. It was like once they hit what was the whatchamacallit tree, the Joshua tree. That's when everything kind of exploded.
Right.
So
good
maybe
stuff.
it was pre that. Or
what else do you have for us?
Yeah. I got something else that's even more dated.
All right.
But this is more relevant to your history and background.
Okay.
So I think it's more appropriate.
Is it a waltz?
It's a waltz, yeah. No, it's a tango, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, all right. We'll talk about that after, because I don't know what you have up your sleeve. We'll talk about that after. All right, go for it.
All right. Not much, believe me.
Nice.
Didn't you used to sell it? Well, you fly and still planes.
Yeah, so aviation's been a big part of my life. Yeah, leaving out a jet plane. That's a good one. I didn't think you were going there. I thought you were going to my Austrian back. When you said tango, I was like, all right, I bit hard on tango. I was like, tango, that must be the accordion thing, but tango, I'm not Spanish, whatever. So, I did that sort of castanet thing there. Like, I'm not Spanish. But, no, yeah, I grew up in aviation. My parents were my mother was an airline hostess for an airline, chief hostess for an airline out of Kennedy before it was Kennedy. It was Idlewild Airport in New York.
Wow, that's an old name.
Oh yeah,
Idlewild. Wow.
it was before JFK wasn't worthy of having an airport named after him when she was flying.
Sounds like yeah. I'm sorry. Go on.
Nobody knew who he was, So anyway, and then I grew up in the airline business. My father was a pilot and a navigator, actually, and an Air Force pilot. And they met on a blind date in Waikiki Beach.
Wow.
A strapping young Air Force officer and my mother, this beautiful modelly,
how could they,
flight attendant, or they were before flight. It was stewardess. It was hostess. It was before stewardess.
Right. Yeah, that's right. They were there. They had nothing to do with safety back then.
No, they did. No, they really did.
Is that right?
You got to remember, these airplanes, first of all, they were props. They were flying across the Atlantic Ocean on propeller airplanes, like DC-4s and DC-6s. And so my mother had to work for a year in a hospital to get the medical experience for, what if you have somebody has a heart attack on the trip, or, or all that. Yeah. And these airplanes are slow. They went like 200 something miles an hour. Yeah. And so, you had long journeys. Yeah. But anyway, so I appreciate that song. I always like leaving on a jet plane.
Wouldn't they be like half deaf when they got there, or were these were newer planes than that by that
No,
time?
They were loud. They were loud. Yeah. It was like Harleys going by. These were loud airplanes.
Yeah, I heard that people, they get to the other end and they get off the plane and they meet their relatives and they're like, "Hi, how are you?"
Yeah, that was at the olden days,
Yeah.
Pre-jet, before jet setting before jets,
Yeah, that's right. Prop jetting. Prop setting.
No, there were no jets. They were piston airplanes. They were like, they ran like your old Dodge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's funny, airplanes still play a role in society. Absolutely. And now in the next documentary, we're going to show you the role that airplanes.
Now they're all going electric airplanes, like Boeing. Rolls-Royce has gotten into the electric aircraft engine business, and they're a big aircraft engine company. Boeing, they're all gearing up. We're going to have these aircraft that look like drones, with props. And they're going to sit on the tarmac. They're going to get in, and they're going to spool up these electric motors. They'll do vertical takeoff, and they'll, and then the motors will do this,
like rotate,
and they'll go fast. But I don't know how they're going to handle the batteries. They can't charge the battery. They got to like pull the battery packs out, put them back in. I don't know how they're going to do that. But
well, they certainly can't test them the way I test mine. The way I learned to test them, the 9-volt batteries that we have in our guitars is you take your tongue up to the battery.
Absolutely. Uncle Fester.
Yeah. And
if it lights up, it works.
If it lights up your mouth, exactly. No, if it hurts like hell when you touch it with your tongue, the two conduits, then that it's full of electricity.
Absolutely.
Your hair might stand up, or you might smell a little burnt, but hey, at least you can make.
I like how you brought it back to music, like electric planes back to like guitar batteries. Got it. All right, do one more song, and then we'll bring our friend Bill Nolan up. Good stuff.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, seeing as we were talking about planes and being up in the air, I'll do Free Falling. How about that? There's a thought. Thank God it never happened to your parents, or else we wouldn't have the show, or Jam TV, or any of the jams for that matter. Doing a little technical thing in the background here, and then we'll be ready to rock. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Somebody told me recently, you don't smile at the camera more. And I'm like, I look at the camera and I smile all the time. And it's, no, you don't. And
Scotch tape. You put Scotch tape under your mustache.
Oh, that makes sense. Or like just pull everything back or whatever.
That's a good one.
Let's do the song again.
52
I like it so
shows.
much.
Next year, you're going to get it right.
God, it's like, how many times have I done that? At least I got the pedal you suggested. That was from week 1 to 52. That was my big benefit from the show. Aside from making new friends, having a good time, and telling some good jokes, I learned about pedals.
Hey, listen, that's what this is. This is about people getting together and socializing. It's just not about, like, I was thinking, so, okay, I've done 52 shows, but what if I'm gone 1 week, or what if I'm whatever 1 week? Would I put on a show like a rerun, or would I put on a compilation? And I thought, no, that's not what this is. This show is not about the show as much it is about the experience of us getting together and making the show.
That is true.
It's about making it. It's not about like, oh, there's this, we're not like I Love Lucy and there's this giant audience out there. The audience is us, so.
I was trying to explain to someone when I was telling a bunch of people at one of my shows about this show, and I was saying I go on somewhere between 7:30 and 8:30, and they said, well, why can't you say what time? And I said, well, that's the way the show is. It's loose. It's everything is it happens when it happens. And they're like, well, why would we want to watch that? And I said, because stuff happens.
Stuff happens. It's live television. I've got we have watchers, viewers in the Far East. We got Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, and Japan. I guess there's some people in Japan too, and they write me and they go, oh, you're a DJ. And I'm like, a DJ? Because they look at like, well, Howard Stern is a DJ.
Well, and he has a microphone.
But he has a microphone and he does it on video. I think DJ, I'm like, just jockey back at like Casey Kasem, but
Casey Kasem. I shouldn't laugh, but those were the days,
those were the days.
This is Casey Kasem with the top 100.
Right. Speaking of the old days, hey, Bill Norman, how you doing?
Number 99.
Good. You know what I did? It was so stupid. I didn't hit enter studio. I'm sitting there watching myself practice.
Why am I here alone?
I wrote you, Bill. For the audience here, right? Good to see you, Bill. But so it was 7:30, and then it was 7:31. I was like,
believe me,
is Bill gone? So I'm writing, are you napping? And he's like, I'm right here. And I'm like,
where you were. I was in a quarter after. Like the usual thing. And then I'm just sort of practicing, and I'm looking at the thing, and it's like, I'm looking at you saying you're not in, and I go like, I'm looking at myself.
Push the big button that says enter. That button, yeah.
Well, because when I practice, I don't want to be in necessarily.
And then I come into what I think is the green room, and instead it's this room. It's like it looks just like this, and it's Ed, and he turns to me and goes, "Hey there," and I go, "Hey there."
Yeah,
because am I on the air?
We weren't on the air. No, we weren't on the air. So.
Yeah, and I was. It took me a minute or two I kind of glanced at like the funny things in the corners that indicate stuff, and went, "Okay, we're not on the air." Okay,
I'm glad. I'm glad we don't know how to do this yet. That's perfect. It makes me happy that like a year goes. Yeah. We cannot learn new things. That's obviously what's going on.
We are not worthy.
So you were talking about a year ago, I guess the 12th, you were talking about? The 12th, that Thursday, I was at Richfield Playhouse seeing Jim Messina from Poco and Buffalo Springfield and stuff. And the next day, everything was shut down. Like the Thursday, that was it, the 12th. The next day, nothing was going on. It was
well, it's interesting because that Thursday night, I had a jam at Bobby Q's. I had my acoustic jam, right?
Yeah.
And I guess you weren't there because you were up at, right? And nobody was there. It was not well attended. It was
I wasn't there.
Unusually weird. It was like a ghost town. And I think Tommy came and played like a half-hour set. Like there were a few people there, and we made a night of it. But I think we called it early and all that. And then I remember talking to Bobby at Bobby Q's and saying, should we do Friday? And I was like, I think we could do Friday. They're talking about like limiting restaurants to 150, 200 people or something. I'm like, we're not, believe me, I'm sorry, but we're not going to have 200 people. I think we're okay. And he was like, I don't know if people are going to come. Last night was a harbinger. And we talked to Eric Rabaska. We got him involved. And he thought maybe we should. We didn't know. We were like, is this? And then the next day, the Saturday, we did it. And we actually had a great night. That Saturday, I got hate mail from friends of mine who were like, how dare you? You're killing people. You're going to end up, everybody's going to be dead. And I was like, oh my God, what a bunch of drama queens. And look what happened.
What did they know?
Yeah, but yeah, what did they know?
Nobody knew anything.
They were right. The pessimists were right, so.
But it was true. Like Richfield shut it down. That was like, boom, that was it. We got the last thing in. And it was a random thing. These friends of ours just invited us and we went. And it was awesome. The guy was so good. Like sometimes be careful what you wish for. You want to see your heroes from the 60s. And
I'm glad the last experience with music in the real world was awesome. I mean, at least you have that.
Fabulous,
So, well, good to see you. So
this is what I thought to go on second.
Amazing, right? Did it ever happen? It happened once before, right? We had some sort of
only with technical difficulties. But it's funny, like, normally I figure, you see it, if I'm doing anything, you'll bring people on while I'm going on. I figure you exiled me just because it would only draw it out longer if I was in there.
No, it was actually really funny because Will sometimes shows up at like 7:20 and he's there, and some people come early and hang out. And I was literally staring at a blank screen at 7:31, and I was like, "It's over."
I'm staring at myself.
It's over. No, I got nothing. I'll get the accordion out.
Note to self: hit enter broadcast. Enter studio.
I was planning what I was going to do. I was like, all right, I'll play. I did this really cool thing on Sunday where, Otar, you know Otar?
Well, I know him only because you mentioned him last week, and then I saw he posted something, and so I saw that, yes.
He's great.
I don't know him at all, but yeah.
He's so great. He's a great musician, super nice guy, and he and his old friend have a person that they know. I guess it's the brother of his friend Maddie, who passed away a number of years ago. I want to say like 8 or 9, 10 years ago. And he was a keyboard player, great musician and whatever. And they started a trust to benefit the education. They pay tuition for kids to go to music school. Okay. And so it's a great cause. They've been doing it for years. And everybody flies in from all over the country to Iowa City, and they do an annual show called Brian Fest. And right. And so he said, you know what, we're gonna do something as a placeholder for not flying into Iowa City. And they said, would you host the show for us? Make it kind of Jam TV like. I was like, yeah, absolutely, I'll do that. So we had a great time. I'm going to play a clip later on from those guys. Maybe when you're done, Bill. But
who cares?
Great guys, and but anyway, take it away. Do some music.
Okay, I'm going to do a song that was there were 3 songs that were really my COVID songs. One was Everybody Knows by Leonard Cohen. Another one was Keep Your Distance by Richard Thompson. And this was the third one, which is a Warren Zevon song. I want to live alone in the desert. I want to be like Georgia O'Keeffe. I want to live on the Upper East Side and never go down in the street. Splendid isolation. I don't need no one. Splendid isolation. Michael Jackson in Disneyland. Don't have to share it with nobody else. Lock the gates, Goofy, take my hand and lead me through the world of self. Splendid isolation. I don't need no one. splendid isolation. Don't wanna wake up with no one beside me. Don't wanna take up with nobody new. Don't want nobody come back without calling first. Don't want nothing to do with you. I'm putting tinfoil up in my windows, lying down in the dark to dream. I don't want to see their faces. I don't want to hear any of them scream. Splendid isolation. I don't need no one. Splendid isolation. Splendid isolation. I don't need no one. Splendid isolation.
Nice.
So here you guys were talking, and you were talking about Boulder, and it made me think of this song. It's a song by a songwriter named Patrick Alger, who's written a lot of really good songs. That Nancy Griffith did a lot of his songs, and he might have written also Muskrat Love. He might have written that song, which Captain O'Neill did, I believe. But he's a real good song, he's like a songwriter. He knows what he's doing. She come from Fort Worth couldn't hold her. Her dreams are bigger than the Texas sky. She's got a one-way ticket on the next bus to Boulder, and it won't take long to say goodbye. She was working in a diner just a week ago when a man from Colorado smiled and said hello, and he turned her head with stories about a cabin in the trees where the wind can sing you love songs beneath the snow-capped mountain peaks. Now she's packed her faded jeans and her favorite cowboy boots, left her apron at the diner for someone else to use. One last look into the mirror at the girl she used to be, and the driver takes her ticket and she tries to fall asleep. She came from Fort Worth couldn't hold her. Her dreams were bigger than the Texas sky. She's got a one-way ticket on the next bus for Boulder, and it won't take long to say goodbye. And somewhere in the long dark night, the snow began to fall, and the world outside was sparkling white when she heard the driver call. Everybody off for Boulder, and have a real nice day. He was waiting at the platform, and he raised his hand to wave. And she offered no resistance as he took her to the cabin, and that diner in the distance seemed just like it never happened. She came from Fort Worth couldn't hold her. Really bigger than the Texas sky. She's got a one-way ticket on the next bus for Boulder, and it won't take long to say goodbye. She's got a one-way ticket on the next bus for Boulder, and it won't take long to say goodbye.
Nice.
Holly McCrory.
Very nice.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I don't even know who you are. Are you Holly McCrory or which are you?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, well, shoot. I just got this new setup. Oh, now I can hear me. I just got this new, this really cool little thing. It's called an iRig Duo.
Yeah.
And it's like a direct box that plugs directly into my little laptop here. And it lets me run my mic and run my guitar and still plug in and have decent sound with you guys. I'm super excited.
Where's your crew? You don't have a crew?
Well, I do, but sometimes he needs a night off too.
You give him a bathroom break, and he gets 3 squares.
That's it. And a roof over his head, and me.
I like it. And I like the more feminine background. Like, it's not swords, like Klingon swords. It's like flowers.
Oh, no, the swords are right here. The swords are just
they're right there, yeah.
on the side of the wall. I don't know how I can. There you go. They're there. They're always there. Swords are always there. But, yeah, I figured I'd use my nice side with my little candles in my... This is actually one of my favorite paintings in the world that a really great friend and local artist did. And she gave it to me and called it Girl on Fire. So, yeah.
Very cool. Yay.
Good stuff. Bill Noman, do one more song for us.
Hey, Bill.
Okay.
And we got Ray Spinelli. Hey, Ray. How you doing?
Traffic thing is
Ray.
awesome. That's one of my favorite songs, Shanghai Noodle Factory. That's such a great song.
Oh, thank you so much. That was so much fun.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Only told me I'm a fool, so I walked on down the road a while. I went to the house that brings a smile. I sat upon my grandpa's knee. What do you think he said to me? When you wake, you will remember everything. You will be hanging on a string. When you believe, you will relieve the only soul that you were born with to grow old and never know. Ollie showed me the fork in the road. You can take to the left, go straight to the right. Use your days and save your nights. Be careful where you step and watch what you eat. Sleep with the light on and you got it beat. When you wake, you will remember everything. You will be hanging on a string. When you believe, you will relieve the only soul that you were born with to grow. Never know. Only warn me, it's a mean old world. The street don't greet you, yes, that's true. What am I supposed to do? Writings on the wall and heard this song. That's what I heard when I was very small. When you wake, you will remember everything. You will be hanging on a string. When you believe, you will relieve your mortal soul that you were born with to grow and never know. I wash my hand in my water. I got a date with the captain's daughter. You can go and tell your brother we're surely gonna love one another. Yeah. You may be right and you may be wrong. I ain't gonna worry all day long. The snow's gonna come and the frost's gonna bite. My old car froze up last night. Ain't no reason to hang your head. You could wake up in the morning dead. Oh. Now if I thought it would do any good, I'd stand on the rock where Moses stood.
Love it.
7 chords.
Oops, there it is. There it is.
Really cool. Nice, Bill.
Very nice.
Holly, are you doing something tonight?
Yeah. First off, I'm gonna show you guys our new baby. Say hi, Tilly.
Is it a bear?
Is that a cat or a bear? Oh, it's a dog.
I'll get mine. I'm gonna get mine.
Well, they might chase each other. You got to be careful.
You have 2 dogs?
She's actually really good with cats.
There,
We have a
mine.
cat. Oh, Picky.
Picker.
Hi, Picky. Hi, Picky boy. Aw.
It's like, what?
I know, right?
She had a bear. I had to bring him. Yeah, he's a good boy. Yeah, what are you gonna do for us?
Oh, now? Yeah. She's okay.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Now?
I don't know. I
Play the dog. Play the
I've
dog.
been trying to figure out. I don't know. I've been,
What? Oh,
What's your dog's name?
it's really funny. Her name is Miss Tilly Beans Devine. She is named after Tilly Devine, who was a very famous Australian gangstress in the 40s and 50s.
Chili Divine.
So,
Very cool.
Tilly.
Wow.
Tilly Beans.
That's great. That's really cool.
It's awful though, because unfortunately now she responds to like 3 different names. So if I call Tilly and she doesn't listen, I try Beans. And
what do you expect?
right now
She's your dog, for Christ's sake. Why wouldn't she have 3 names?
you know, it's kind of fitting. This is kind of how it goes in this house. I think eventually we'll give Sean some more names to have so he can fit in too. But yeah, I'll play some stuff. I got really awesome news today. Babe, will you hand me that pick, please? So I've been talking about this for a long time, but this is actually something that is finally coming to fruition. Last week of May, I will be headed down to Nashville, Tennessee to record my first solo album away from any other record labels, anybody, with Jimbo Hart, who is the bassist for Jason Isbell and the 400 unit.
Awesome.
So I am stoked out of my mind. I am super excited.
It's great.
And it's going to have all new, well, it's not really going to have all new stuff. That's, I think, the beauty of being able to do this. There's a lot of songs that I've written over the years, like Ed's favorite, I Don't Want to Go to Jail Tonight. There's several others, Devil's Gonna Cut You Down, Going Down the Mountain. And they were just songs that I didn't feel like when I was with that label that fit my persona at that label. So this is going to be a little more gritty, a little more dirt road, a little more me, a little more where I'm from. So I've played this one before, but I'll play it again because it's a good song. I wrote this song about there's a mansion down south called the oh God, now I'm going to blank on it. Anyway, it's a mansion. And this lady is still waiting for her husband to come home. And he hasn't yet. And so when I moved into this house, we had some windows upstairs that we didn't realize were letting air pass through. And I swear to God, it sounded like a woman wailing at night. So my buddy and I thought about, it's the Drish house. So my buddy and I thought about Mrs. Drish wandering through the hallways, carrying her candles, looking for her man. And whoever I thought was upstairs in my attic howling would probably like that song. So we wrote this. It's called Until You Come Back Home. And all right, let's give it a shot here. See how this iRig does. My name is Emily. I live in Alabama. I watch the mornings and evenings go. It's been 100 years since I did help me. Maybe my soldier will come back one day. I keep on waiting for you. There's nothing else I can do. I can't leave you alone. So many tears that I cried, I can't find the other side. Through these holes I will run till you come back home. you come back home. I begged you not to go, fight for your country. You spilled your rebel blood to spite your soul. They took our future, now there's just memories. And there's no place for my soul to go. I keep on waiting for you. There's nothing else I can do. I can't leave you alone. So many tears that I cry, I can't find the other side. Through these halls I will roam till you come back home. Till you come back home. I watch these families as they grow older, sing to their babies as they fall asleep. They've seen our pictures in baby food. They can't see me, but they hear me. I keep on waiting for you. There's nothing else I can do. I can't leave here alone. So many tears that I cry, I can't find the other side. Through these holes I will roam till you come back home. 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 My name is Henry. I live in Alabama.
Nice. Very,
Thanks.
very nice. Excellent.
It's really weird. I still can't hear my guitar out of here. I don't know why.
Yeah, like anything, you get new
So,
stuff, new
we
gear,
shall see.
and you're like, I don't even know how this thing works, like,
And
I don't even know what this is. Like, this has been on my desk
That's
for
it.
months. I don't even know what it does.
And I'm like, now I can
And this,
hear,
like, what is this?
It's one
I
of those
don't even
things
know
too,
what
like,
this is. Like, I don't even know what it is. Like, it's from Star Trek,
Yeah. Scotty, beat me up.
it's like from the old days when we used to push the. That's one of those like
That's what it
keyboards,
is.
This
right?
is the olden days. So, everybody knows Elwood from the Blues Patrol, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is what I got. This is what Elwood is doing these days, right? This is Elwood's thing. He's like he's peddling robots, right? So he's like special ed, you gotta come over, I gotta get you this robot. I got him up in the trunk of my car. I got all these robots, right? So like this is gonna be my co-host on Jam TV, soon. Robbie, I got Robbie the robot,
Will he have
got all the sounds,
Will he have like AI
As
so
long
he'll
as he
know
works.
like
I'm working on it. Yeah, there's screw terminals in his back, so we're gonna have this guy open up and
I'm like
customize for Jam TV real soon.
I'm worried we're gonna
So
show up
he's
one
gonna
night.
be
And,
hosting.
yeah, you'll be gone and he'll be there and be like, "What happened to Ed?"
Exactly. Now
Do not
you're
ask what
getting
happened to Ed.
Exactly. Now you're getting it.
Yeah.
There is no Ed, only Zool.
Exactly. Resistance is futile. So I've always
guys-
loved that song. That's a great tune.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Tune.
I think everybody here, except for me, is too old to remember Furbies.
I know.
You remember
I remember
those?
Furbies. I didn't play with them, but I remember them.
Oh man, those things were the devil. Like
They
they would
were the
lose
devil.
their battery power and then would talk to you when you had thrown them at the bottom of your closet, hoping to forget them. Like one night at 2 a.m., it's like, Holly, play with me. And I'm like, what is happening?
All right. For those
my
of you
God.
watching who don't know what a
Scarred.
Furby is, it's this little fur thing that's got a computer and it talks to you and it makes sounds or whatever.
It learns you. It learns your name. It learns everything you teach it. It's freaking crazy. It's like Teddy Ruxpin on Scary Crack.
So listen to this. Go on YouTube. Do it. Go on YouTube and type Furby organ. Right? There was a guy who spent an exorbitant amount of money, and he got like 100 Furbies, and he made a Furby choir that he could play on a thing, and they would all dance and sing, and it's the greatest thing you've ever seen in your life.
I swear the second I sign off, I'm going to go watch that for the next
too.
4 hours.
Choir, you know?
Oh
like,
my God.
really
That's
funny.
Wow. That's
And then and there's a video of how he did it, and you're like, sometimes people say you have too much time on your hands, Ed Train. This guy really has too much time on his hands. Like,
bro, you need another hobby.
because what he went in and he hacked each Furby, and then he built a computer to then control all the Furbies. They had wires running into the back of the Furbies, like in this board. It's insane.
Oh, they weren't remote. Oh, I assumed that they were remote.
Oh no, they're like built into. They look like a choir, and he plays on this thing, and they're the choir. It's amazing. I'm gonna find it. That is. Hysterical.
And I can't figure out how to play the guitar, and this guy is playing 100 Furbies. You know,
Furby or
humility.
There it is. Exactly. So do another one, Holly.
All right. I'll do a super new one. So I don't know if anybody knows me on Facebook. You guys know I lost a really good friend of mine, 20 plus year. And really the reason I was brave enough to write my own music and sing my own music. And I remember the first night I ever went to this open mic, I had written the song on my title track called Leave, and got up on stage to play it. My buddy Hugh says, do you need somebody to play with you? I said, yeah, absolutely. I'd take any help I can get. So I'm facing him to show him the chords that I'm playing as we're playing live. This song he's never heard before in his life and is following flawlessly, right? Mm-hmm. And in the middle of one of the musical kind of quiet parts of the song, some yutz from the audience screams at me, full on, like all the way out, says, "Face your audience!" And I could have died. I couldn't shrink any smaller. I couldn't finish the song and play it fast enough. But this guy, 3 months later, when I called back, I'd written another song. I didn't even think they were still going to be, because open mics are so fleeting. You know, they don't typically last forever. So I called back and I said, hey, you know, I have this new song. Are you guys even still doing the open mic? And he's like, yes, we are. And I said, okay, cool. And I was about to hang up the phone, and Hugh says, hey, are you that girl who was here like a few months ago and that guy yelled at you on stage? And I was like, oh my God. I couldn't even like breathe in to say yes.
It's
so finally,
now,
you know, and I'm just like, yeah, that was me, dude. I'm really sorry. And he goes, oh my God, don't be sorry. Please, please, please come back. He said, I promise you nothing like that will ever happen again. We drubbed that guy in the alley right after. Just come back, please. Just come back. And you know what, though? People like Hugh and people like you, Ed, who do things like this and keep things going through tough times in other people's lives, even our own lives, you are the who ripple for good in other people's lives. Hugh was a ripple for absolute positivity and absolute goodness in my life. And you've been the same. And all of you guys have been the same, because this has been our therapy. I think, honestly, I can speak for all of us to say that if you're used to playing out and you're used to being in the jam scene and the music scene, and you suddenly get banned from that for a year, you don't have therapy. There isn't an outlet for you. And Ed, you have provided that to us for the last 52 weeks. I can't thank you enough. And seriously, I mean, you'll be one of those people that makes my Hugh list in life, because those are people that you never forget. Thank you. So I wrote this song for my buddy Hugh. It's called In Boston. And it just, I don't know, it just made sense to write something, and we'll see if I can do it without losing it. Walking down Elm Avenue, running into something new. The way I've been living just ain't working. In this big city on my own life, first steps into the great unknown. I was so young and I was searching through the screaming madness. Heard my voice, heard my song. Oh, you gave me hope, you gave me friendship. Oh, in Boston. Oh, in Boston. 5 years and changed directions, scattered dreams, but real good lessons. My travels took me back down south. Years later in that same music room, you wouldn't recognize me, I assumed, but of course you did. We played music that night until the sun came up. And we sang together one more time, our voices intertwined in harmony. I got to thank you for your guidance. Oh, in Boston. Oh, in Boston. Oh, and now it seems the world's turned upside down. You aren't here to sing with now. On this sunny morning, I must say goodbye to you again in Boston. I say goodbye in Boston. Say goodbye in Boston. Oh, goodbye in Boston.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Holly McCreary, Girl on Fire.
Oh,
Beautiful.
thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Hey,
really
JR,
nice.
how you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing, man?
Good to see you. I only get to see JR on a screen. I haven't seen you in like over a year. I haven't seen anybody in over a year. It's crazy.
I know. It's been a minute. And beautiful song.
And voice.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah.
Really nice. Oh, you're muted. Don't be muted, Holly.
Sorry,
There-
thank you
there
very
you
much.
go.
Oh, she's back.
Super good. Yeah, so you're going down in May. You're going to Nashville and you're going to record your big hit record. That's great.
Well, and the whole reason is because we will all be vaccinated by that point. I'm a frontline worker. I work currently for a dental office in Kent, and so I'm able to get my vaccines will actually be done by April. And everybody else in my band is old or immunocompromised, so we'll all be vaccinated. Jimbo just got his second vaccine, and in all honesty, I don't think I'd be comfortable traveling somewhere that far down south in such a hotbed of COVID area without these things in place. So yeah, we're moving while we can move, but we're doing it in the safest way possible because, I need all my people with me and alive and healthy. And I need all you guys with me and alive and healthy. So keep it up.
Yep.
That's
You have a new
right.
fan here.
Yeah, I was actually thinking
Thank you.
this is our last show of the first year. Can you believe I'm saying those words? This is the last show of the first complete year since we have not seen each other. And
Ed, I remember seeing you the night before, the Thursday the barbecues, and you were like, "We shouldn't hug. We should really be elbowing." And I'm like, "You know what? You're right, man. Elbow, elbow, elbow."
We were
and
all
here
like,
we are.
we didn't know. We had no idea what was going on at that point. You know.
I know.
It was crazy, and now I'm thinking
you've helped us make it through this year, Ed.
I don't know how. Like I don't. It's almost like a dream. It's like, really, was that a year?
Yeah.
That was a year of life. You know, that was like 2% of my life. You know, right there. And you know, I so now I'm thinking, well, what are we going to do different in the new year? Like, we got to change it. So, like, I got some new shirts, colorful, different kinds of colorful, and I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter. We're going to do the same old dumbass show that we do. It's about getting together. It's about seeing each other's faces and playing some music and dealing with internet gremlins and stuff not working and trying to get through it somehow, you know?
Yep.
So, really cool.
Besides, nobody will remember what shirt you wore 51 weeks ago, so you can just, as long as you number them carefully.
What I need to do is I need to wear a green screen shirt
so
that later, like in 10 years,
God.
in 20 years, I could replace the shirt with a better shirt, like
that would be cool.
And you do have to know that I was this close from ordering you the Jason Alexander hoodie after I saw the Super Bowl commercial. I was like, Ed should totally wear that on this show.
That's going to be my move. That is my move.
I would love to see you host the show as a floating head. I think that would be
Now
worth,
we just
like,
need an
April
Ed
1st.
Train hoodie.
Yeah, the Ed Train hoodie.
Can I have an Ed Train hoodie?
Yeah, we got to do that. We'll do hoodies. That's what we'll do the second year. We'll have hoodies.
Everyone bring your own hoodie.
Just in time for summer.
Yeah, I think it should be a requirement that we all have to wear a shirt like that. A Hawaiian.
There you go. All right.
But the problem, they've been
Hawaiian shirt.
associated with
That's a
the
good
Boogaloo Boys. That's the only.
I was looking for my gavel. I swear to God, I know you're a lawyer, but I was looking for my gavel. I was like, so it is decreed. I wanted to hang my gavel down, like. I don't know.
Overruled.
I don't have a gavel. That's the problem,
Wacky shirt
I'll send
day
you
at
one.
school or something.
Amazing. So, hey, Ray Simonelli, you got a couple songs for us?
Hey, Ed, can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's so good.
Yeah.
Ray had we all had technical problems tonight. We all made it work.
I know, yeah, I had some problems getting in, but now it works.
Now it works. Yeah. How you been doing, Ray?
I've been doing okay. Yeah, hanging in there. Not too much changes from week to week right now.
Very cool. So, what are you gonna play for us today?
Neil Young.
Neil Young.
Yay!
Yes, please.
All right.
Is he frozen? Are you frozen? Come on, play some Neil Young. There it is.
Heard you knocking on my cellar door. I love you, baby. Can I have some more? Ooh, the damage done. I hit the city and I lost my band. I watched a needle take another man. Gone, gone. The damage done. I sing about him 'cause I love a man. I know a lot of you don't understand. Milk, blood, to keep from running out. I see the needle and the damage done. I A little bit of it in everyone. Every drunk is like a setting sun. I love you, baby, can I have some more? Ooh, the damage done. That come through okay?
Yeah, it sounded
It's
great.
fine. We didn't get any shots at all. We were bummed. Or drinks.
Great.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
drinks.
no more drinking game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the race of eight. But you're freezing a little bit, but your audio's good, so it's whatever.
All right, well, let me
Let's
catch
not
up
jinx
then.
it.
Hold on.
The drinking game is if you don't freeze, you have to have a shot for each of us.
That's fair.
For everyone
Fair
watching.
enough.
Definitely fair.
You gonna do more, Neil Young? What do you got for us now?
Definitely one more. Yeah.
All right.
Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lie like you are. Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lie like you are. Oh man, take a look at my life. At 24 and there's so much more. Alone in paradise makes me think of two. Love knows such a cost. I get my thing that won't get lost. Like a coin that won't get tossed. Rolling home to you. Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lie like you. I've got someone to hold me the whole day through. Oh man, take a look in my eyes. You can tell it's true. Lullabies in your eyes. I run around the same old town. Doesn't mean that much to me. Doesn't mean that much to you. I've been first and I've been last. Anytime the time goes past. But I'm coming home at last. Coming home to you. Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lie like you. I've got someone to hold me the whole day through. Oh man, take a look at my eyes. You can tell it's true. Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lie like you.
Oh,
Oh man, take a look.
The timing was unbelievable of that freeze.
I have to drink.
Amazing.
That was my fault.
It was.
Ah,
There you go.
That was incredible.
Over.
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Nice, Ray.
That freeze
Good
up,
job,
that
Ray.
freeze up
Sounds
was right on the beat.
It was. I was like, I guess he's just ending now. Okay, yeah.
Right,
And then it-
right.
That's the
you
thing, Ray
came
doesn't-
back, and I was like, oh, shoot. I
Because
gotta
Ray
drink
hasn't-
now.
Ray doesn't know. I don't think Ray knows what happened because
No, Ray doesn't know what happened. Yeah, you froze at the very end, but it was a really nice freeze. Like it was like as freezes go, like it was a 10, 3 judges, 10 all the way across.
And it was like right at the end
Rhythmically-
of a chorus. So it was like,
rhythmically,
oh, the song's
Ray,
over. Oh.
rhythmically perfect. Rhythmically perfect.
Yeah, really good.
We
Yeah,
all
that was-
unmuted
man.
too.
You can do that again if you tried.
So Ray Simonelli, were you part of that that thing at the park with Dave Rao and the 2 girls and that guy on bass, Randy? Oh, he's frozen. I can't believe it.
Oh, we'll answer for him. Yes, I was.
He was. Yeah, exactly. Like Will Bear. Like
I'll stand in for Ray. I'll answer for him.
exactly.
If we have to drink every time he freezes, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
make it 10 minutes.
Did Randy
Start
send you the
drinking
video?
now. Just start drinking now. Yeah.
Right, right.
Hey, John.
We've been drinking every week with Ray. Think about how bad shape we're
Exactly.
in
So
right now.
Ray, so you were part of that that outdoor thing with Dave Rao, and I got a couple of videos that I'm going to play later on for that. He's frozen. Are you frozen?
Yes, I was a part of that.
Yeah. So who all
It
did
was,
you
it
have
was
down
an
there?
impromptu thing in the park with battery amplifiers.
That's great, and that's the park that's down where Riverside meets. I don't even remember the name of the roads anymore. You know, I haven't been cooped up in my house.
Right,
Yeah.
right near the VFW, before
Right.
the Black Duck. Yeah. Yeah, we just showed up and just did it, you know.
I got a couple of
Randy
videos I'm going to play later
and
with
Dave
Randy.
brought down their powered amps, and we just went for it, you know.
Cool. Yeah, I have a video with Dale and a video with Christine, and I thought I saw you there.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, very cool. So, Chris Owen, how you doing, man?
Hey, Ed Train, I'm doing well.
Ooh, you sound like you dialed that thing in there. It sounds good.
Well, we were talking before the show about whether we should do a sound check, as if I deserve a sound check. But yeah, I've been having a couple of issues. Even with I have this Focusrite here that's really made a big difference, and it's an interface, so it's supposed to clean up the sound.
It
but
sounds
it's-
clean. It's too
Yeah.
clean for us.
Chris,
Yeah.
do you like that? Do you like that focus, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's got a couple of inputs, so you can record a couple of tracks at the same time.
Very cool.
Is that
Yeah.
the
Yeah, it's good.
2i2?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
it
that's
is
what
it
it is.
is it the 2i2 or is it a more advanced newer
No,
model?
it's just the 2i2. It's a
I
small
was-
box.
Cool.
It's about this big. It's red, and it has a lot
Yep.
of lights flashing at me right
I
now.
got
I was
one.
looking at the 2i4.
I've got one like it here too, and I'm still making friends with it. So it's nice to get a good review.
Yeah, it takes
It's
a
good.
while.
It's good. What I do, though,
I have this one. I have that one. So, you
Oh,
know,
excuse
it's
me.
not plugged in, but
mine's a third of that, not even a third of that size. But I run a line from the my Trace acoustic amp, which can handle both the vocal and the guitar, and it mixes it down to one line, and I put it into the Focusrite. So
yeah,
I'll
nice
be
and
able to
warm
track-
and rich. And
Very nice.
Yeah.
Play a song for us.
Yeah. Well, before I do that, I just wanted to, you were, I heard you talking earlier about, with Will, about your mom being a beautiful model and your dad being a strapping aviator. And
But she
I'm
was an
wondering-
airline hostess, which was like
Wow.
the
Yeah.
supermodel job in those days.
Yeah,
you know,
that
like
was.
Yeah.
late
Yeah.
50s, early 60s.
So I was just wondering, how come they had you?
Exactly.
I couldn't figure that out. They had this ugly baby, but you've turned out okay. I think,
Listen. Okay, this is a terrible story. My mother told this story for years and years and years that they were socializing and doing business, like introducing social connections to business connections at a very important dinner. And there was this guy who will remain nameless because he's like a big shot on Wall Street. His kids have now taken over the thing and the seat on the stock exchange and the whole thing, right? And the dad, I remember him because my mother, when they came over for dinner at the house, my mother would be like, take Mr. Lipper down to, that's his name. They take him down to the vegetable garden and go get vegetables. And the guy's like, I'm a Wall Street guy. What are you taking me vegetables? Right? I was a little kid taking vegetables. but now he was very ugly. He was just a very ugly guy, and I'm sure he's passed away by now because he was an adult when I was 6 or whatever. But he had a very, very, imagine this, very beautiful wife, right? He was just this ugly, runty, horrible guy with a wife. And so they were at this fancy dinner, and they were with a general from the army and his French Duchess wife. And the general, he's feeling a little out of depth in this social circle. And he says to, he's like a 3-star general in the army or something, like a serious army guy. And he's at this fancy dinner, and he says, there's this joke about this man who's very ugly and the woman who's very beautiful. And they have 2 children, and one child is very good looking and very smart. And the other child is very ugly and very stupid, right? And Arthur Lipper, this guy, gets up from the table and says, "This is bullshit." And he walks out of the dinner because he thinks the guy's talking about him, which is exactly... I used to play with his kids, and like one was dumb as a rock and the other one was good looking, and like it was like the movie Twins with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Anyway, too much on that. So I'm obviously the dumb, ugly one.
So somewhere else there's like the good Ed. You're like the evil Ed, the evil twin, and the good twin.
Exactly. Yeah. Somewhere it'll come on the show one week.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I was thinking of story of Nolan Ryan, the great baseball pitcher who threw over 100 miles per hour. And he and his wife had a young man who was an athlete, and he was a baseball player as well, but he never got beyond AA ball. Nolan Ryan's son, he could throw in the high 80s, low 90s. So my theory was that since Nolan could throw over 100, Nolan's wife probably couldn't top 80 on the speed gun. So you got a 90 mile per hour son there, but that was a theory that no one actually embraced.
You can never, if you have a parent that is so unbelievably successful, superlatively successful, there's no way you're gonna like luck out and get exactly that set of genes. That's not happening.
That's right. Anyway, okay,
go for it.
So
do a song about that.
DNA and genetics. Here we go.
A song about bad genes. Yeah.
I'm wearing a pair of those right now, but that's as close as I'm getting. Okay. I'm going to do I was thinking, what would an anniversary show be without a song by Girly Man? One of everyone's favorite bands. The song is called "Say Goodbye," and it's kind of a sappy song, which you probably know by now that I like these kind of things. So, "Say Goodbye" by Girly Man. They're a New England band, by the way. Will Baird. It's a simple day outside. The sun is the only thing shining, not a cloud in the sky, no hint of you. And I will always regret never knowing your best secrets, and your mind with all its witty jokes, your hand restless reaching for another smoke. Can you see how I miss you so? Can't believe you're wanting me to go, and I just don't know how to make myself let you go. And I just can't seem to find another easy way to say goodbye. I'm not the kind for regret? Was it something I wanted to forget? Either way, you already made up your mind. It's a matter of faith. Shut your eyes and believe that it will take. Oh, it's hard with these doubts. I know with no doubt that you're resting somewhere great. And can you see how I miss you so? Can't believe you're wanting to go, and I just don't know how to make myself let you go. And I just can't seem to find a simple way to say goodbye. I'm not the one for regret. Was it something I wanted to forget? Either way, you already made up your mind. Either way, you already made up your mind.
Very nice, very nice.
Very nice. I like that.
Yeah, it's a great song. Great writers, that band, Girly Man.
Really cool.
I've mentioned them before. They're a trio. They broke up about 2014, but they had 7 or 8 very, very strong albums. But it was all about 3-part harmony, which I just adore. But underneath that were some great songs with great melodies, and that was one of them. So anyway,
that's a nice song. Really, really good songwriting and solid.
Great words and from the heart.
Very nice. What else you got for us?
So got to tune this up. Since that was in drop D, that was a drop D song.
So wait, so when you do drop D, you just drop the low string?
Yeah.
That's right. Right. The low E string becomes a D, and the song is essentially a D form, open, so you get the open sound of the D.
I'm going to do that. I got a piano outside. I'm going to tune my piano drop D. I'm going to
Right.
So,
yeah, you could do that. I've seen people reach over and actually hit the piano string to change the pitch of it, like bending a string.
You mean with a tuner? They got
you gotta have a long arm to reach over and you can
you mean
labor the note, Yeah, just press it.
Yeah, sometimes you can actually tune the bottom string down to D as well, and the B string to A, and you get a really pretty chord by doing that. It's really nice. You should try it sometime. It's like an extended version of drop D.
But then you got to change your brain, right? You got to go. I got to
start
put this
fingering
note in, right? You got to change the way you play. Obviously,
it's not too bad. It's just 1 or 2 finger changes, honestly.
Well, last week I did a couple of songs in Dadgad.
Right.
D-A-D, G-A-D. So 3 Ds and 2 A's and a G. It simplifies things. But you gotta chord them and fret them in a different way, and you gotta change.
Right.
It's like slipping out, one program and putting in another program, kind of thing.
Well, I
At
usually
my age,
expect
I'm too old to do that.
I usually expect them to have that tuning to have a Johnny Cash kind of serious hardcore sound. And so you said you're going to play in that, and then you did this really pretty, beautiful song. And I was like, what? This is not what I was expecting at all.
Yeah.
But it sounded great. I mean, it sounded really nice.
It sounded great. What do you have now?
No, thanks. So this would make Ray happy as he's off the air, but
He drops, yeah.
I'm going to do a song which I felt was a good way to kind of cap the year with a little bit of hope for the next year. And
we'll take it.
It's the Red Rubber Ball song.
Love that song.
I think he's watching. He just texted me. I think he's watching.
Yeah, and so it's
lyrics.
actually a song that Paul Simon wrote with another guy, a guy named Woody, something like that, from another band. And it was covered by a band called The Circle. But it was spelled Circle was spelled Cyrkle. You know, they were very clever.
Like the
Beatles.
Circle.
Okay, Red Rubber Ball, Paul Simon. I didn't mind if you bid me farewell. There's a lesson to be learned from this, and I've learned it very well. Now I know you're not the only starfish in the sea, and if I ever hear your name again, it won't mean nothing to me, and I think it's gonna be alright. Yeah, the worst is over now, the morning sun is shining like a red rubber ball. You never cared for the secrets I confide to you. I'm just an ornament, quite something for your pride. You're always running, never caring, that's the life you live. Broken pieces of your time, well, that's all that you had to give, and I think it's gonna be alright. Yeah, the worst is over now, the morning sun is shining like a red rubber ball. Take Chris. And I think it's gonna be alright. Yeah, the worst is over now, the morning sun is shining like a red rubber ball. Stories in the past, they ain't nothing to recall. And I got my life to live, and I don't need you at all. The roller coaster ride we took is nearly at an end. I bought my tickets with my tears, well, that's all I'm gonna spend, and I think it's gonna be alright. Yeah, the worst is over now, the morning sun is shining like a red rubber ball, and I think it's gonna be alright. Yeah, the worst is over now, the morning sun is shining like a red rubber ball.
Love that song. Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome. Thank you. Love it. It's a great song. Kind of a bluegrass version of it.
I love the lyric, I bought my ticket with my tears, and that's all I'm going to spend. That's just great.
Yeah, I looked at the words, I go, that sounds like, we're saying goodbye to the pandemic, this roller coaster ride we've been on,
Yeah, I want to say goodbye to it.
Yeah, that's right.
We're going to say goodbye to this damn thing. Yeah.
I'm going to say goodbye to it by hiding. I'm just going to pretend I'm not here by hiding behind the logo.
The logo, exactly.
And no one will know that Will is here.
Love it.
There he is.
Like a strange.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah.
That's
right. Don't let him go on.
You're always running from your own logo on your show. Will's got a great show. You got to check it out.
Thank you.
I'm a regular. I watch it.
Yeah, I see you guys out there. Not that I'm plugging it or anything, but it happens to be on Sunday night at 8 o'clock, and it's basically really relaxing music for 30 minutes.
When is it again?
Sunday night at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
On my timeline.
You froze there for a second. What time is it on Sunday night?
At 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we have one out-of-area person. Unlike this show, which has like people in Singapore and stuff, we have one person in Montana.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
My cousin. Yeah.
That's very cool.
But you deserve a lot more, as this one does.
Thanks.
Yeah, this is a great show on Thursdays too.
Yeah. I echo what Holly was saying earlier. By the way, that was a good tribute.
Yeah, she's nice. She says nice things.
She's got a great voice too. Man.
She does have a great voice. Yeah, she's good. It's good to see
Sure
her.
does.
Good to see her for sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
She's the only one I know who has such dynamics that her mic technique includes spinning her head around.
Right.
I don't know if you noticed that when she got really loud, it wasn't backing off. It was just like going to the other room.
Right.
The Linda Blair technique.
That's dynamic.
Linda Blair microphone technique. Exactly.
That's impressive.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, she's doing real well. She's finally hooked up this deal where she's going down to Nashville to record this great record. So, with some really cool people, and that's the name of the game. Just connect with as many cool people as you can. There's a lot of talent down there.
We have another jammer who's down there.
Speaking of a lot of talent down there, Randy Stone.
Hey, Randy.
Hey, everybody.
Up from the swamplands below the
Happy New Year.
Speaking of talent, let's make sure we. Here we go.
There you
How's
go.
everybody?
Hey, there we go. All right.
Yeah,
This
doing
has been a good show, Eddie. I gotta say. I mean, Nolman, Owens, Baird, Holly. My God, this all
You've
you
been a good
guys.
one.
Ray.
Yep.
Damn.
Chris.
Been a good one. Now, Nick Carter, what do you got
And
for us,
Nick,
Nick Carter?
Jesus Christ, bring the man on.
Yeah, all right. How's everybody doing? Good to see y'all.
Good to see you.
Same here.
So,
Good to see you.
so I'm down to know. So, Will, you've got a nice lighting thing going. Not that Ed's and everybody else doesn't look good, because they do look good. But I am intrigued. Your lighting, it looks like it's really balanced. Is that a curtain behind you, or is that an artificial screen?
This is actually a fire trap. I can't give my address, or else the fire marshal will show
That's
up in the
okay.
morning. But I'm surrounded by black sheets, and then there are
Nice.
LED lights, like and there's 2 up here and then 2 up above to kind of highlight the back.
Sure. Beautifully balanced. Nice stuff.
So thanks. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that, Nick.
Will, can you show what's on your floor? That pedal array?
The floors are like pretty scary. There's like all sorts of small little lights and more stuff than you can imagine. What I will mention is there's a fire extinguisher in every corner of the room.
Good idea.
Is that right? All right.
Because I'm just waiting for something to go up.
Look,
All it will take
I
is
have
one-
all kinds of professional movie lights. I would not dare use them in here, but like they're so hot, you turn them off, and a half an hour later, you will burn your hand off if you get near them. Thank God for LED lights.
That's what's great about these, but it's just I just keep thinking if something sparks when I'm unplugging it, and
Yeah, right.
it's like so much for him,
At least you make the paper,
That's right. We talked about spontaneous combustion a couple of shows ago, so I
It was, a
can't
hell
remember
of
that.
it was a hell of a picture of the paper.
That's right.
Hey, local musician bursts into flames.
Yeah.
Sunday night show at 8 o'clock.
Will, make sure you film it. Your spontaneous.
That's right.
combustion
Yeah,
for
get
your
that on
next
tape.
Show.
Make sure it's
That's right.
live. Make sure put the camera in a fireproof box so we get the whole thing.
Nice.
Get the lighter fluid can over
Right.
you. Like,
Isn't that how
You've heard of
Spinal
Jimi
Tap?
Hendrix on Monterey, right? Well, this is
yeah,
Will's
there you
for
go.
it.
There you go.
But there's
So what have you got for us, Nick Carter? What
All
kind
right.
of music can you do for us?
All right,
today?
so we got some originals here. This is one which I don't think you've heard before. It's Ed, I know you have lots of wonderful kitty cats and stuff in your home, but this is just a fun little tune for anybody who's ever owned a dog. So here we go. How's the sound? All right, too loud?
Sounds great.
Okay. Here we go. Driving home from work, I'm cut off by some jerk. Now most days I'd flip a finger in the air, but a voice deep inside says, Nick, let it ride. Get on home, 'cause someone's waiting there. So my key turns in the door. I hear the dancing on the floor. And I sit down and a ball dropped in my lap. For a while I barely budge. Then my elbow gets that nudge. Off we go and she reminds me how to laugh. Well, the evidence is everywhere. How love is pure as it can be. Here I think I'm taking care of her, but the fact is she's taking care of me. Almost stopped for a beer at a bar not far from here. But Lord knows I don't need the carbs. Besides, I'm thinking about the way I leave her alone every day. Hope she'll forgive me with a run around the yard. Oh, the evidence is everywhere. Love as pure as it can be. Here I think I am taking care of her, but the fact is she's taking care of me. But there was a time once when I didn't want her. No need for another mouth to feed. But I was vetoed by my wife and son and daughter. Oh hell, how could I have known what I really need? So once again tonight, this bright-eyed friend of mine takes me on a tour around the block. And this strolling after dinner, hell, it's got me looking thinner. I'm feeling like I'm turning back the clock. Well, the evidence is everywhere. How love is pure as it can be. Here I'm thinking that I'm taking care of her, where the fact is she's taking care of. Yes, she's taking care of. Fact is she's taking care of me. Tribute to the hound dog at home. So there you go. Right.
That's a fun tune.
Yeah. Threw it together in honor of the old dog we have around the house. She's 11 years old, still doing strong. So there you go.
You captured the dog relationship wonderfully. That's brilliant. I love that.
You're very kind. Very kind.
So I have a little thing that, even when I was
wait. You got me. You have a little thing.
I know. I couldn't help it.
I never tire of hearing it.
You're never gonna get past.
I have a little dog. And at 2 a.m. I come back from a gig, and there she would be sneaking in the garage, like, Jesus Christ, don't wake anyone up. And there she is, a Yorkie, this little Yorkie, with the tail going.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I love them. These things, cats do too, I'm sure. They take you out of your head, right? You worry about them, you want to care for them.
Yeah. And of course, she would run ahead into the bedroom to inform my wife that I was home while I'm trying to sneak in and be quiet. It's like, who's the guy that announces the president of the State of the Union, like, Mr. Speaker?
Right.
Don Pardo.
Yeah. So I gotta have. What's the name of this pooch? Randy, what's the name of this pooch? What?
Libby.
Libby.
Yep.
Great name. This is about this one's Penny. So anyway.
There you go.
Yeah. So let's see here. We got one. It's another original. It's called Wind from the South. Here we go. We were barefoot on a blanket. I wanted to chase away the doubt. At the water's edge you leaned into me. I still can taste the chocolate on your mouth. Wind soft and warm as your whisper. Radio is singing us to sleep. You and the stars in nighttime guitars, reeling all the years back in reach. Just below the surface, we feel our way along, eye to eye, to right, to be wrong. A sweet summer fire, no water can put out, burning brighter with a wind from the south. How we love when no one was looking, guilty of the sweetest kind of crime. Stolen seeds and you reach for me. I played the thief every time. Just below the surface, we feel our way along, eye to eye, to right, to be wrong. Sweet summer fire, no water can put out, burning brighter with a wind from the south. I keep a picture from the day we got married. We're grinning like we got the inside track. The clothes sure look dated, but the moments never faded, and we're sure not looking back. Whoa, 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 yeah. Just below the surface, feel our way along, eye to eye, to right, to be wrong. Sweet summer fire, no water can put out, burning brighter than the wind from the south. Sweet summer fire, no water can put out, burning brighter than the wind from the south. Sweet fire, no water can put out, burning brighter than the wind from the south. Sweet fire, no water can put out, burning brighter in the wind from the south. Sweet fire, no water can put out, burning brighter in the wind from the south. Sweet fire, no water can put out, burning brighter in the wind from the south. There you go.
Nick Carter, excellent.
Couple of originals.
Great words on that. The lyrics are fantastic on that last one.
Agreed.
Thank you. Yeah, it's took a while to put that one together. So I'm glad it falls on your ears in a good way. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, really good. Is that new-ish or old-ish?
Thanks for asking. It's been around a little while, but what you just heard is actually the latest iteration, which I will then record, which reestablished some contact with friends in Nashville. Actually, now that COVID seems to be lifting down there, we'll find out what goes on. But this will be recorded down there in the next couple of months. So, and along with a couple others. So, moving on.
That sounds great.
Yeah, yeah, appreciate it.
Super good, Kyle. What do you got for us?
Oh, me? Yeah, I got some covers for you, actually.
Oh yeah, all right.
I'm still working on some other stuff currently in my studio, but yeah.
Sounds good. What are you gonna play? What covers?
All right, so this first
All right,
one.
so I'm just pretending that I know the bands that he listens to. That's like I'll be like, Triple Monkey Death Band. I'm like, oh yeah, I know that. Sure,
All right.
Is this them Eagles I've heard about?
Yeah, the Eagles.
The Eagles, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna do two technical. I guess it's two technically AJR songs.
AJR, yeah.
Yeah, you know AJR, right? The brothers, the three brothers.
Right.
Really?
I'll know it when you play it. Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
We don't mean Ali and AJ, do we, Kyle? We're talking about
first,
AJR, right?
Yeah.
See.
No, like it's the
so
it's a cover
old.
of another song, and it's like a different way of singing it. So yeah, let's just get to it. All right.
We're so old.
I keep her in check. She was in a bad but never the last. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Cursing at my place, baby, you're a wreck. Caught up in a bad way, losing your grip. Party in a sad way, party until someone took a big L, don't know what the fell. Needless to say, I keep her in check. Like, ooh, some things you can't refuse. So you wanna ride me like a goose, and I'm not trying to lose. Now you left and eyes, so stuck by ya. Cause you're my sunflower. I think your love would be too much. And now you left in the dust, unless it's stuck by ya. Cause you're my sunflower. Cause you're my sunflower. Somebody once told me the world was gonna wrong me. Like the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shed of a nail on her forehead. But while the years start coming and they don't stop coming, back to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense, I live horrified. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets numb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with seeking the back streets? You never know if you don't glow. You never shine if you don't glow. And I said, hey now, you're an all-star. Get the game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. All the winners is home. And only shooting stars break them all. It's a cool place. You're going till the summer. You're bottled up now, wait till you get older. But the media matches the differ, judging by the hole in the satellite picture. The ice cream tape, it's getting pretty thin. The water's feeling warm, so I might as well swim. My world's on fire, how about yours? Just the way I like it and I never get bored. And I'm like, ooh, some things you can't refuse. So you wanna ride me like a goose, and I'm not trying to lose. And as you left and
Cause you're my sunflower. I think your love would be too much. Now your love's on the dust. Let's just stuck by ya. Cause you're my sunflower. Cause you're my sunflower. Needless to say, I keep her in check. She was a bad nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crashing at my place, baby, you're a wreck. Yeah.
I do know that song. Amazing.
Well, you did part of it, right?
You know that one?
Yeah, that could almost make me like Smash Mouth. That was good. I like that.
Yeah, nice job. Nice voice.
Very nice.
Yeah, he knows.
I like,
He's
I
got
like the version you did of it. You really made it your own. You know?
Nah, he's got that authentic
Yeah,
voice.
did
I've
make
said
it
that before. It's really good, Kyle.
Thank you. I'm going to do one more real quick.
All
It's
right.
called Good Pretender. And this is another song by AJR. So I don't know why. I just felt like doing covers of AJR tonight. But let's just get right into it.
All right.
I'm a good pretender. Won't you come see my shows? I got lots of problems. Well, good thing nobody knows. Oh, I'm insecure, I think I like what I'm supposed to. Like what I'm supposed to. I don't even mess with drugs. I do that cause you say it's so do. You say it's so. I'm a good pretender. I'm not really cool. I'm a good pretender. Cause I'm just like you. I do not belong here. You all clearly do. I'm a good pretender. Cause I'm just like you. I'm a good pretender. I'm a good pretender. I'm a good pretender. All the emotions insane. Don't you think I'm clever? We laugh at all the same things. Oh, I'm insecure. I think I like what I'm supposed to. Like what I'm supposed to. I don't even mess with drugs. I do that cause you say it's so do. You say it's so. I'm a good pretender. I'm not really cool. I'm a good pretender. Cause I'm just like you. I do not belong here. You all clearly do. I'm a good pretender. Cause I'm just like you. I'm a good pretender. I'm a good pretender. I'm just like you. Do you like me too? Now I'm just like you. I'm a good pretender. Yeah?
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I love that one.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I got a question. What's the last chord you play in that progression?
I believe it is a... Since I have a capo on, it's...
That one.
I believe that's... Yeah, that's C sharp. C sharp.
Diminished or something? It's something diminished.
Yeah. It's C sharp. It's C sharp. It's C sharp major diminished. I'm pretty sure it's a major. Yeah.
I guess my guitar lessons paid off after all.
Hey, Kyle, play that again. Play that chord again.
I'm also a half step down, so it's actually technically D diminished. Or,
Understood. Yeah.
Yeah. D major 7.
Like a minor, it's got a dominant 7th feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, very much so. It does, but it's not.
It's definitely D major 7.
What is this, a music show?
Ed, you and me, pal, we got this.
Ed, this is Ed's Thursday night music theory class all of a sudden.
Ed and I will now throw darts at the wall.
This is the part where I have to...
Okay.
Because this would be minor, and this is major.
And then and whatever that is, you could take it to your C. What is that? D. So go to your A minor or something.
Have you ever seen that YouTube? I think Randy was talking exactly, Randy. I'm like, yeah, right. Have you ever seen that YouTube? I think you were talking about that guy with the kid, and he's like, he
Rick
plays
Beato.
like, he takes his arm and he puts it on the keyboard. He goes like, and the kid's like sings every note and then says what it is, like all by ear,
and writes them down on a grease board. He writes them down.
Right. He's like C sharp, D sharp, F and G.
Exactly. And he's like 7.
Yeah, but you know what? When I was young, I could do something like that. I sang in a boys' choir in Switzerland, and we were like the Vienna Boys Choir of Switzerland. And the choir director would play a chord like with 10 notes, and he would line 10 of us up, and he would say, "You're going to sing the note, like you sing the lowest, and you sing the next lowest, and you sing the next lowest." And he would play the chord on the piano. He had this giant Steinway. He would play the chord, and then we would all have to go, and he would throw you out if you couldn't do the note. Like you got really, and we could do it. It's a neat trick.
That is cool.
You listen to it. You listen to the chord. You're like, that's you sing the note. Oh my God.
Yeah, fear's a good motivator.
Oh my God. He would throw you out of the choir. Like there were kids who were 10, and he's like, "Get out of here! You're a failure!" And these kids are like,
"Won't you never come back to my door again?"
And what's really funny is there was this guy. His name was Joachim Seekheim. You know how you never forget the name. You know how you never forget the name of certain people in your life, and this kid, we freaking hated this kid. He was 1 year younger. He was like 10 and we were 11, and he was a soprano. I was an alto in this choir, right? And he was like a mezzo soprano. He was like a castrati. He'd be like, like this super high angelic voice, and he would get all the solos and everything. We were like, we hate that kid, right? Yeah. So he's my Facebook friend now. Joachim Seekheim, look him up. And he's like some German royalty, whatever. And he's like 300 pounds now. He's this big guy, and he drives Jeeps off road, and he's like a manly man. And I'm like, I remember you, kid. You were that scrawny kid that got all the attention.
You. Yeah.
You out.
He could break windows with his voice. Yeah.
Right. Is it Real or Memorex? No, it's Yosef, whatever his name is.
Joachim Seekheim. Joachim von Seekheim. Yeah. He was nice enough not to use his royal title when he was in the choir. Like, bastard,
I just love the idea of a choir director for young boys who says, "Get out!"
Oh yeah, he was brutal. Francis Stockwell, brutal.
Go back to my private studio. We'll talk later.
Francis Stockwell, who's also my Facebook friend now. He just found me like last week. Francis Stockwell, one of the great choir directors of the world. He was the choir director for the Vienna Boys Choir, and he moved to America, became the Lando Lakes Choir, which is like one of the great American boys choirs, and others. He does like a private voice coach for Placido Domingo, like that kind of crap,
I used to volunteer as an EMS supervisor for an EMS corps in the area. I will say that was all teenagers, and it was run by this guy who was like an ex-Marine, and he would like chew a kid out in front of all the other kids. He would like absolutely excoriate them and just rip them apart and say, "You are out of here. You are fired. Get out. You're out of the corps." And they'd leave. And everybody knew that if you waited a day and came back one day later, he'd like not really remember it.
Oh, he was a drinking man. I see.
We don't know. We don't know.
Right.
Either that or he just ignored it and would be like, I was just, kind of letting off my anger or whatever, But everyone knew. I saw the first time I saw it, I was like, oh my God, he's gonna like break that girl's heart. You know, some 15-year-old girl, she leaves, and you know, someone says, "Don't worry, she'll be back in 2 days."
Great. Hey,
Leadership.
Jonathan.
It's all about leadership.
Yeah, I'm on.
How you doing? You're gonna do a couple for us?
Yeah, unfortunately, again, my bandmate has was unable to attend. I was a little frustrated. He said he hurts all over. I'm like, feel better. I'm like, I don't even know what he's talking about. Like, did he get sick, or like, does he have COVID, or did he get into a fight? I don't know. So I'll bug him about that later. But yet again, I'm going solo. So I have a couple of songs. I don't know what to play. I'm going to play, first of all, I'm playing original, which I played here before a couple of months ago. It's an old song, and it's got some new parts. So basically, it was a pretty simple, straightforward verse, chorus sort of thing. And I added a introduction and a middle eight, which is what the Beatles call a bridge. So I added middle eight, an instrumental middle eight. So let me, with no further ado.
Middle eight, love it.
Yeah, that sounds great. So where do you live, by the way? I don't even know where you are in the world.
So this is Brooklyn. I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, Brooklyn. I knew it was New York. Yeah, okay.
So this is my partner, and that's my guitar. It's my cigarette.
You're a millionaire. You got a big apartment in Brooklyn. You're rich.
I live large. Let's just say I live large, big time. Okay, so it's a picking song. It's called December Boy. It's a little narcissistic because I'm the December Boy. So anyway. December boy, your time might come. Ooh, time might come. And remember joy in the days of storm. Oh, days of storm. I want to take back the sun. I want to take back the sun. I want to take back the years. Flower girl, I never loved you all along. But I was wrong. Cloister pearl, you're getting bitten, you're getting stung. Ooh, why don't you get strong? I want to take back the sun. I want to take back the sun. I want to take back the years. Take me back, it'll get me off the ride. Take me back. Time goes on and on and on. Just let it go on. I want to take back the sun. Want to take back the sun. Want to take back the years. Want to take back the sun. Want to take back the sun. I want to take back the years. Thank you.
Nice.
My original.
Nice job.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Hey, nice. Sounded good,
Hi,
Sean.
Mike.
Hey, hey, Nick. Hey, Bill. Hey, Randy.
Hey there, Mike.
What do you guys want to hear? I can't sing a lot because I do harmonies under the other singer. The guy that abandoned me again, for God's sakes. So
no, that was great. Really nice.
Some of them.
Nice.
But I would like to do one more song, which I've done before also.
Okay.
How about, let's play. I played the original last time, so I'll play "Friend of the Devil."
All right.
Nice.
Yeah. Let me get a pick. All right, there they are. All right.
That's a big apartment. How many picks you got? Where do you hide them? You like got them under the furniture, under the sock drawer.
A huge pick stash.
Here's a mahogany pick stand.
One I can find. Let me tune up a little bit better than it was.
Yeah, I had a guy, Antonio, came to the gig once, and he was like, I have too many picks. I'm going to give you all of my picks. And he gave me a box full of picks.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not a guitar player.
Yeah,
and
right.
I have this box full of picks. I bring it to the jam. If everybody lost a pick, I'm like, here's 20 picks.
There you go.
Here's 30 picks.
John came up with an invention. John, remember the pick invention?
Pickpocket.
The pickpocket. Pickpocket.
No, pickpocket. I like that.
So basically, because I finger pick a lot, and also some songs I finger pick and play with the pick. So I was gonna have over here, it's backwards because over here was like a little kind of triangular pouch. I'd stick some picks in there. So when I'm playing, the picks are in there. I just like basically finger pick, grab the pick right away and switch over.
Pick them up, right?
Yeah,
Right.
I think somebody else thought of it. Maybe about 1,000 people probably.
I like the name, but when you said pickpocket, I thought of like a little tiny dough thing filled with cheese. I must be hungry.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Well,
Put a pick
Should
in
have
it,
skipped
you know?
dinner, yeah.
I just like the double entendre, which really isn't any double.
I'll
I
torture,
like it.
I'll torture you with a
It would be
popcorn
like
ad.
it would be like a jeans pot, like a back pocket of a pair of jeans.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you like put it on with Velcro or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
I'm much more lowbrow.
Mm.
I'm way more lowbrow than that. I came up with an invention a long time ago on a long drive out west. I was driving from Colorado to Arizona. I came up with the toilet beacon, and it's saving relationships through technology. This is a long time ago. And the idea was that if your girlfriend or wife give you a hard time about leaving the toilet seat up, and so they go in the dark and they sit in the toilet, you have a little lighthouse that has an LED and a mercury switch. And so if you leave the seat up, it flashes at night so that they can see it,
Warn
so
them.
that they put the toilet seat down. Save your relationship.
I like that.
guaranteed,
Makes sense.
or your money back.
It's like all of those little things underneath your porch.
Yeah.
It's like all those little traps you have under the porch with the little motion sensitive
Exactly.
lights. Yeah.
All right, Jonathan, do one more.
All right. I left from Reno, I was 12 by 20 hours. Didn't get to sleep that night till the morning came around. Said I'm running, but I took my time. Friend of a devil's a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. I ran into the devil, and he loaned me $20 bills. Spent the night in Utah in a cave on the hills. Said I'm running, but I took my time. Friend of a devil's a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. And I ran down to the levee, but the devil caught me there. He took my $20 bill and vanished in the air. Said I'm running, but I took my time. Friend of a devil's a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. I got 2 reasons why I cry each and every night. First one makes me happy, sees my heart light. Second one is prison, baby, curse on my trail. And it's the that spend my life in jail. I got a wife in Chino, baby, one in Cherokee. First one says she got my child, but it don't look like me. Said I'm running, but I took my time. Friend of the devil, friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Okay, and sorry guys, and one more time. Got 2 reasons why I cry each and every night. First one sings Anne Marie, she's my heart's delight. Second one is prison, baby, curse on my trail. And if you got keeps up with me, you know, spend my life in jail. I got a wife in Chino, baby, one in Cherokee. First one says she got my child, but it don't look like me. Said I'm running, but I take my time. Friend of a devil's a free mind. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Okay. I got a little lost in the mental part, but it's fun to play. Thank you guys.
We don't care.
Nice work.
It was nice.
You didn't know.
We're not lost. We're all lost. Believe me, we're all lost.
It was no problems at all. I was making it up.
I was
going
busy.
there, but whatever.
I was busy trying to frustrate Ed by eating my Pop-Tart just to make him feel more hungry.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
I was looking for the Pop-Tart. Boy,
Happy
that's
breakfast.
good. It tastes
I like
so good. Yeah.
Wow. Who was that comedian who said he would go in front of homeless shelters with a Big Mac like, God, this is good.
Who was that? Oh my God.
I don't know. It certainly wasn't me.
That's just wrong.
It is wrong.
Somebody beat you, that guy. Really, seriously. Cancel that guy.
Man. I'm just a comedy messenger here.
There was this guy in our neighborhood in the city on the Upper West Side, that used to walk around with a picture frame around his head, and he would walk up to people and go, "I've been framed.
I've been framed." That's what I thought.
I need some food, and then he'd ask you for lobster tails.
There you go.
And
that's good.
I'll take anything you've got, including filet mignon or lobster tails.
It was, we always gave him stuff, because it's like, it's hard times, but at least he had like some kind of a humorous, humorous.
He had a shtick. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I would like some foie gras, some Sebruca caviar,
lobster tails. Was anybody giving him lobster tails?
Yeah, a bottle of Tanger's champagne and some Mexico, please.
I was going to ask for some Dr. Thunder, actually.
Dr. Thunder, yeah.
Yeah, that would
My
be much
God,
better.
that's the
than
move. If you're homeless and you're hungry, you're looking for food, ask for filet mignon and lobster tail and beef Wellington, I say.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to hop. This is great. God bless. See you guys soon.
Great to see you, Nick.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Be well.
So
I got a
Hey, Billy.
I got a quick letter or an email that I got to read from a year ago. I'll keep it short. It's called, I guess it's all about perspective, and it starts out as me to Ed, and it was one of the first shows. And like your typical pissy, self-centered artist, I was like, wasn't happy about where I was in the order, or the sound wasn't right, or it's all the usual crap that Ed puts up with all the time. So I said hi, Ed, and then I whine about whatever the thing was, and then I turned on the news. This is dated Friday, April 3rd of last year. Then I turned on the news. Holy crap. Really grim. I saw the contrast between the darkening outer world and the shelter you're building. I realized that when I went on the show isn't the point. It's the show that matters. It's a gift. And then I went on to say nice things about him, which I'll skip over. The world is going to become very gray in the coming months, and this community you're building will be very lucky to have you in their lives. There's only one Ed train, and when musicians get on board for a few hours, they'll forget the world around them. Naturally, like anyone, I want to get played, but much more importantly, I want you to keep going.
Oh my God, that was 50 weeks ago.
Yeah,
that's very well said. I think we'd all agree. Yeah, and what you created and have sustained. Tonight on the nightly news, I was watching the nightly news. It basically was devoted to an anniversary of the retrospective, and I was watching it with my son, and it's like, fuck, man, we forgot how dark like March and April and May were, where we're Clorox wiping every fucking grocery item.
Don't go outside.
We have normalized all of this. We're like, oh yeah, whatever.
I was convinced I was going to be in a hospital on a ventilator with any minor slip. So I like that. That's very well said. Good email.
Thank you.
Well, we've all been hiding out in the Jam TV bunker since then.
Yeah.
That's right.
We've run out of supplies.
That's right. No,
Where's
now
the toilet paper?
there's like Harry's wipes, and they're $75. Like, what the fuck are these?
That's right.
Oh my God! Look who we got. We got JR came back, and I got my friend Eric from Japan. How you doing, Eric?
Hey.
What's up?
Oh, hey, Eric.
It's nice to be here.
JR? Hey,
What's up,
JR,
Mike?
where are you? You're on the Hudson River somewhere, right?
Yeah, I'm over in Montrose.
Oh, you're in Montrose. Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So let's see what we got. We got some Connecticut, we got some Massachusetts, we got Japan, we got some Hudson River Valley.
Where in Massachusetts? Who's Massachusetts?
Will Baird, right over there.
Ooh.
Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Cambridge, okay. I'm originally from Williamstown, way over in the northwest corner.
Out west.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Out west, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Yeah, out west. Well, like mini west.
The wild
Little
west of Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And if I may, JR, nice to meet you, man. I've heard your voice a lot. It's
Hey, nice to meet you too, Randy, man. How's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing good. Yeah, that video came out. That video. How long you been working on that video, Mikey?
Yo, y'all put your foot in it.
Quite a while.
I think did Winston come up with this idea?
Yeah. Winston's brilliant idea. Yeah.
Do we start?
It was like October, right?
I can't even remember anymore. It took there's 14 people in the video, and like we were waiting on a bunch of people for several months, but it finally came together, man. It's really cool.
It is.
Yeah, Winston had asked me about this in the summertime.
Yeah. Yeah, JR, I almost think it was like pre-COVID. Like, what the fuck?
All right, you want to hear? I'll tell you the truth. All right, this is so long ago. Like, there must be a statute of limitations for this, right? Like Mike came to me, or no, Winston called me, and he said, "Ed, I want you to play keyboards on this epic tune. It's going to be epic." And, Winston is very inspiring, or whatever. Maybe he probably didn't. That's my word. He probably didn't. I'm paraphrasing. So,
I'm taking it though.
So he was like, you gotta play keyboards on this song, right? And I'm like, okay. And so then I listened to the song, and I called Mikey up, and I was like, I hate this song. Like, I don't want to do this.
You were like, I don't want to do this, man.
What the fuck?
I was like, I was like, I don't want to do it, right? Oh, there he is. Winston, right? So there he is. Hey, Winston.
Winston.
Hey, how
I
you
swear
doing?
to God, when you
What's
call,
up,
I was
man?
just telling the story, Winston, that when you called me up and you're like, hey, you want to do the keyboards on this song? And I was like, sure, I guess. I don't know what song it is, right? I listened to it. I called Mike up. I'm like, I am not doing the keyboards on that song. I hate that song.
Oh, man.
The movie, I hated the movie. Like,
the movie's excellent.
The movie, I hated it.
Oh, you're
And
out of your
like,
mind.
And then Mike was like, you really ought to do the keyboards on the song. And I was like, okay, I'll do it, right? And now I'm totally into it. Now I'm like, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, like singing that song. Like,
You fucking killed it.
I gotta tell you,
It's great. You fucking killed it.
I gotta tell you, we saw the movie. It was a fun movie, just a Hollywood fun movie. And at the end, my wife turns to me and she goes, there was all that, all this message about the good music, and I just know you like the bad, right? And I'm like, yes, I love the one that was making fun of everything that's the worst thing about pop music. I loved it. And then I kept talking to people, and they're like, yeah, that's a good song. Randy's like, oh, that's a good song. I was talking to Linda and Kim at one of their outdoor things, and they're let's do that. And then people just kept saying, let's do that song, because I thought it was ridiculous. I was like, this is a totally ridiculous song to do. But people kept encouraging me in my insanity.
You talked to me way before the summertime about this song.
Oh yeah, no, it took a long time to do it.
Yeah, and Winston, you like arranged the whole horn section, like you wrote it out. You wrote all the parts out for everybody.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, well, I wasn't happy with their version. Because they do all the dancing and all that stuff on stage, they have a lot of movement in the visual side of things that you don't actually have in the musical side. So what I tried to do was add some motion in the music side in order to carry the song all the way through without dropping the intensity too much in the middle. So I had to work on it a lot, I thought, to make up for Hollywood, for the professional shortcomings. I had to improve on it.
And then you got Ryan Gosling, right? Is that who it is? Ryan Gosling, who's the actor?
No, it's John Legend. John Legend is
no. The keyboard player guy. The keyboard player guy.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, yeah. I love it. And the keyboard player lights up. His keyboard lights up and with colors in one part of it. I love it.
I hate that. Oh God, I hate that. I love it. And there's no way he's playing it. There's no way he's playing that.
Oh my
that
God.
solo is unplayable.
Emma Stone in the movie is like, really? This is what you want to do?
Really? Going, I love him playing that solo on his light up keyboard. Like, it took me like 30 takes. I was cursing and cursing. I was like, he's like playing like this. He's like, they're all looking easy,
You mean he wasn't really playing?
Oh my God.
30-second note triplets. You can't play 30-second note triplets like Walking a Yellow Bird.
That's funny as fuck.
Oh man.
So it was a hard piece, though. It was really ambitious. We had originally 12 people that were going to work on it. I think we had 11, and putting it all together, and Mike and a lot of people that hadn't done a collaboration before too. So there was a big learning curve. Yeah. It took us months, and then Mike had to fix everything in the studio. But it came out really well. I mean, it was a real surprise at the end of the day how well it came out. So,
Agreed.
I'm so glad that you sang it. JR, I'm so happy that you sang it.
Yeah.
Because thank God you sang it. Thank God.
Man. I was worried about doing any John Legend, anything John Legend.
Yeah. There's two funny backstories. So I called JR because it had been like 3 months and nobody heard from JR. And so Winston's like, Mike, what can you call him or text him or do whatever you do? Because I talked to JR and he talks back to me. So I call him and he's like, hey Mike, what's up? And I'm like, so when are you gonna do this video, man? And a day later I get a video of you JR, like sitting in your car.
Yeah, I wanted you to keep the car in there.
and you're like hands on the steering wheel. It's like, you know, and you're singing, you're looking in and you're singing, and I get it. And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if this is the right look, you know.
Listen,
like maybe,
man,
you know,
people in my house, young man's in college, and he was on debate team, so I had to be real quiet around the house, so I couldn't even do it in the house. I tried at my job, I couldn't get any internet, so I said, fuck this, I'm going in my car, and I'm just going to do it.
I'm going to do it in the road. Why don't you do it in the road?
Because I had to read the lyrics.
Right. But, JR, is that what you did? Did you do it in the car?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
the second take, but then we did a second take. We did it.
Yeah, I don't know where I did the second take.
The second take, whatever you did on the second take, like the angle that you got on the camera was like epic.
Really,
it was
good.
epic.
Yeah. Really
okay.
Yeah.
All right, now that we've sold
all right, with no further ado, I'm going to play this video. We can blab about it afterwards.
Oh, good. I thought you had not played it. I already played it. I thought I missed it because I really don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
Play it again just for
Hold on to
Eric,
your seat.
Good.
Believe me, we all feel like we've been doing this for months.
Okay, cool. Cool.
All right, here it is.
I don't know why I keep moving my body. I don't know if this is wrong or if it's right. I don't know if there's a beat, but something's taking over me. I just know I feel so good tonight. I don't know what your name is, but I like it. I've been thinking about some things I wanna try. I don't know what you came to do, but I wanna do it with you. I just know I feel so good tonight. Oh, if we keep on dancing, baby, take out to new heights. Oh, I can feel the passion, baby, light up the night. We start a fire. Come on, let it burn, baby. We start a fire. Let the tables turn, baby. We start a fire. I just know I feel so good. Don't you know I feel so good? Don't you know I feel so good tonight? I don't care if it turns into a riot. Let's get reckless, tear this place down to the floor, and turn that music way up loud. Can't nobody stop us now. I just know I feel so good tonight. Oh, I just know I feel so good tonight. We can start a fire. Come on, let it burn, baby. We can start a fire. Let the tables turn, baby. We can start a fire. Oh, I just know I feel so good. Don't you know I feel so good? Don't you know I feel so good tonight?
The song is 1 minute and 12 seconds long, and the credits are 8 minutes long.
I noticed that, but the credits were fun.
We get to go through it all over again. It's way cool.
That's got a nice groove, that song. I'd love to play that live and just string it out for a while and let people, take some cuts at that. That would be great. It's a nice groove.
Yeah, that'll be the new Mustang Sally at the jam, right?
Yeah, it sounded great. If it's the new Mustang Sally, fantastic. It sounded great.
Oh, man.
I love that keyboard, that Moog thing, whatever
That was
it
a
is.
Moog. It was a Moog synthesizer. Right?
Yeah.
You found the right one, Ed.
Oh, and where did you get the glasses, Ed? Where did you, from a Cracker Jack box or what?
All right, so everybody knows Elwood. Elwood calls me up and he's like, "Hey, Special Ed, I'm at the pawn shop, whatever, blah 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 in Stratford. You got to come down here right away. There's some glasses. You have to own them." And I'm like, "All right." So I drive down to freaking Stratford, and there they were, the funk glasses. I don't even know where they are. Here they are. These guys, they're like the ultimate funk glasses, and they flip up and they're laser cut. They say funk music and whatever, and they're like, so I finally found a way that you can even wear these stupid things.
I still love the wall of synthesizers, dude.
The wall of synthesizers, exactly.
Yeah.
But, to play one note at a time. You need a million wires and a million switches. And if you use software, you're a wimp. You have to have like a billion wires. So, yeah. To go do. But Ryan Gosling, there's no way anybody played that. They programmed that on MIDI, and Ryan Gosling's like, "Don't worry, I'll pretend I'm playing." It's like, no way. It's unplayable. The solo they do.
We did it all. We did it all from our own talents and our own mojo.
Nice arrangements, Winston.
Yeah, nice job, Winston.
Agreed.
Those horns were.
I started for a couple of horns, and then people would say, "Oh, can I play horn on that?" I'd be, "All right, I'll write you another part." Can I play horn on that? I'll play. All right, they'll write another part, and then I didn't even have a part for myself to play. And Carl's like, "Hey, you've got to play on the song." You did the scoring. So that's how we ended up with 6.
So what do we have? We have
three
tenors,
stage.
3 tenors, a trumpet, a baritone, and what am I missing?
Trombone.
A trombone. Yeah.
I wanted to have a trombone really badly to match the tone from JR's voice. It was really important for me to have a trombone to be kind of that answer back and forth between the horn section and the vocal. And I wrote some little licks in for the trombone to play just to make that connection.
You did the damn thing.
JR, your voice needs a trombone.
And you know what's really cool about that, Winston, is that you got the one trombone player that I've ever met in my life that can actually play notes on a trombone. Yeah. Most trombone players are like,
it's funny. One time we played. Marshall was at the Bobby Q's, and we were playing, and he got up and played with us, and I had my camera going, and you had your camera, so I got it on tape or on video, and I played it for my family a couple of days later at the dinner table, like through my phone, and my youngest daughter, Clara, goes, "Was there an elephant there?" Like, because she heard the noise of the trombone, and she thought it was an elephant.
It was just a cow being neutered. That's all.
I was making my diet that week. That's all that was. Right?
That's cute.
It was really funny because, that's the sound that she associated with.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very cute.
We had a trombone player in the Blues Patrol back in the olden days when I joined the Blues Patrol in the late 90s. The Blues Brothers cover band, and with Elwood and Jake and the car, the whole thing. There was this guy at the gig, and his name was Phil LeRae. Elwood would rename everybody. He had Phil LeRae, right? From New Orleans. He played in a dirge. He did funerals in the street in New Orleans, right? That was the backstory. I later learned that his name was Larry Phillips. It wasn't even Phil LeRae. He was just like turned it inside out. And Larry Phillips could not hit any note in any key. Like it was like everything he did, it'd be like, it's like, all right, messing with the kid. And it's like da 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 da. And he's like, woo, 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 woo. Like it was just like completely not even remotely the song, right? And then one day after a gig at the Georgetown Saloon, Jake is handing out the money, right? He's like, here's your $50, and here's your $50, and here's your $50. And Phil LeRae, you get $10. And I was like, oh God, I just joined the band. Like I've only done like maybe 10 shows with them. And I'm like, and later on, like I don't want to stick up for this guy. I'm like, God, you know, he thought he played bad, so he docked his pay. Like Ray Charles used to do
James
that.
Brown,
like,
yeah.
James Brown used to do that, you know. And then I found out Phil LeRae was not. He wasn't in the band. He would just show up at the gigs and play, but he wasn't actually invited to play with the band, and he couldn't play. You remember that guy, Billy? Phil LeRae, the trombone player? My God, that guy. So every once in a while, he got a $10 bill, and he used to ride down 95 on his motorcycle at literally 110 miles an hour with the trombone on his back. You could always tell. Oh, anyway.
This is the cops haven't seen.
Do you remember playing with us one night and he showed up and
Oh no, Billy! I lost Billy. Say it again. Billy's gone silent.
He showed you. We played up one night. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Say it.
You played with us one night, and he showed up. And he asked, could he sit in? And you were in the background going, no.
Oh my God, Phil LeRae. He was my mechanic. Like I would go up to his house and he would work on my minivan or whatever and fix. Like he'd do the whole brake system. He'd do everything. Right? He spent like 9 hours. He had a swimming pool in the back. I'd go swimming in the pool for 9 hours. Right? It would take a normal mechanic 2 hours, but he took 9 hours. He was like so slow. And then at the end of the 9 hours, he would say, give me $20. Like he had no concept of money. He was like, just give me 20. I don't know. You know, I'd be like, all right, that's worth it. But anyway, that's a super fun video. Really, really fun how that came out.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
It looked like it was a lot of work.
But worth it.
Yeah, Mike
it did. That was quite a production.
I go back and forth between calling Mike a magician or an alchemist, but I think he has both talents. In addition to being like a metronome-like drummer.
Very, very impressive. I know what editing is like, and the amount of things that you need to put together in a piece like that is daunting. It's really good work.
Thanks.
You're doing
from you.
And I gotta give mad props to the ladies, Prue and them, because they came in and did the damn thing. I'm always changing lyrics, so they rode with me.
Well, they're amazing.
They are.
We all love those gals. They're fantastic.
Yeah, and Tim, I think Tim actually got coronavirus. Like. While we were doing video.
She did.
So we had to like wait for her to get better. And we waited. We just waited like 2 months, I think.
I checked in on her once and she was like, how am I doing? I feel like there's steel wool in my nose.
Yeah. Well, it's good that you waited because she's certainly worth the wait. You know, so it's good that you waited for her. Yeah. Their voices are so beautiful and they're just the nicest people.
Yeah, I mean, I just liked having this wall of background singers, a wall of horns, you know, individual efforts, just so many different collage things to put. It's a big collage. To put
you know, Winston, you like the big production
and Mike has
because
this nice layer. Oh, yeah. I do, and you couldn't fit that band on the stage. It's too big. It's something that we could do here that you would never do in the real world.
I mean, down at the Black Duck, good heavens, I don't know how many people you pulled together for those jam box juke nights and all that. I was watching one of those videos the other night, and darn it was really good. It was so fun. The crowd was going crazy. There were a gazillion people in the band. You know, the horns were all playing, and it was so much much fun. Jambox Jukes. I just ran across one of those
That's
old
my
videos.
favorite place. Yeah, I mean the Duck was my favorite dive bar to play. You know,
Man, first time I went there was shoulder to shoulder.
Mm-hmm. And it was shoulder to shoulder night when we were there.
We had a
with the
zillion
Jambox.
people in the band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody brought 20 friends.
We had so many people show up.
Yeah, that was a good night. That was a good night.
Yeah.
We did that Chicago tune. You were singing it.
Yes,
Dale.
yes,
With Dale.
yes.
Yeah,
Beginnings. And
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
actually one of the videos that I saw recently, and it made my heart so happy. That song, I watched the audience as that song began, and there was such a love in the audience when people heard that song. So they just all started moving to the music and singing along. It made them feel so good. And so I really got a kick out of listening to that. And I was like, darn it, that's just a nice thing going on that night with our Jambox
Well,
Juice.
tuck that song in your back pocket. I play that song, so we could use that one later.
Oh, wow.
And,
Cool.
and I
Nice
heard,
to know,
I heard
Randy.
somebody mention messing with the kid, man. I'd be down to do that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all going to come back and play music at some point. Can you imagine? We're going to have to rehearse. Like,
At some
nobody's
point.
played in a year much. Although these guys played, I understand that I've got video proof that Randy and Dale and Ray Simonelli and Dave Rao and others played in the park this weekend. What's up with that, Dale?
Well, I will speak on this. So there was an orchestration put together and it was Dave Rao, the amazing, and he's such a lovely man. I'm a big Dave Rao fan. And so he pulled together this impromptu come to the park, Riverside Park in Westport, and we'll make music. I've got a battery operated amp and just come on down, bring a mic if you're going to sing. And all I know is I've been so busy with work and I was just working at home. And it was getting to be the time to go down there. And I thought, I need a break. I jumped in my car. I went down to Westport and there they were in the park. So Christine Cook was singing a song and Dave is, on the cajon and Randy's there. On the and Ray Simonelli. And the day was so beautiful that we were like, as Christine actually wrote, like we were shot out of a cannon because we were so happy that it was warm and spring and lovely. And we could feel the sun on our, on our bodies as we were out in the park. So we were pretty excited and a bit intoxicated with the weather. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just that.
You're spot on.
Yeah. And of course, nobody has done anything in a year. So it really wasn't about that. It was about the joy and just getting together and making music. Randy was the trusty man with the phone, and we ended up with a video. But you must keep in mind that it's about the joy. It was about the fun we had.
Oh, I got to check that out.
And this video.
You have to check it out right now. There it is.
Okay. Just get ready.
Friday night, I'm going nowhere. All the lights are changing green to red. Turning over TV stations, situations running through my head. Looking back through time, it's clear that I've been blind, I've been a fool. To open up my heart to all that jealousy, that bitterness, that ridicule. Saturday, I'm running wild and all the lights are changing red to green. Moving through the crowds, I'm pushing, chemicals are rushing in my bloodstream. Only wish that you were here, I'm seeing it so clear, I've been afraid. Show you how I really feel, admit to some of those bad mistakes. evening sky is fading red to blue. Kicking through the autumn leaves and wondered where it is you might be going to. Turning back for home, you know I'm feeling so alone, I've been a fool. Climbing on the stair, I turned around to see you smiling there in front of me. Well, if you want it, come and get it, for crying out loud. The love that I was giving you was never in doubt. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and feel it now. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and feel it now. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and feel it. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and feel it now. Babylon, Babylon, Babylon. Wow, 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 wow. That was fun. That was fun.
Go ahead with your best stuff, Dale.
Wow,
that's good.
That is so fucking good. You really delivered that. That's really cool.
That was awesome.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I went down there and I'm like, will I remember the words? I don't even know.
No,
And
we
I don't know how
I-
any of you remembered how to do that.
We're all
was-
like
it was-
rusty engines that are.
Oh, please.
It was
Yeah.
just so much fun. I actually thought you were going to play a different piece where there was spontaneous wood nymph dancing going on.
Yeah, but I went with your vote.
I'm telling you, we were a little crazy with the whole spring thing. It was so much fun.
You'll see.
Yeah, you guys did it.
Fun.
Thank you.
That's such a great song too. I've heard you sing that before.
Oh.
I love that song.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. I
what
do
song
too.
is that? I don't know that song.
David Gray, Babylon.
Oh,
David Gray.
yeah, David Gray. Okay.
It's a real favorite song of mine. And so I didn't even know that I was going to sing. I didn't have a mic. Randy had an extra. They were like, oh, come on up. And then I was like, what do we do? What is it that we do? And we just decided to do that
like
one.
you, Dale. Nobody thinks like you. Nobody.
I agree. No, but that had a
thing or a bad thing. Thank you.
Dale, honestly, not to get sappy here, but the joy you talked about before, that came through in the way you were singing that. We were just like, we're outside with our friends and we're playing like,
and we could see each other real faces. Like, oh my God, we couldn't touch each other, but we could see each other.
For those of you, I guess you had to be there, but it really did feel like this.
Yes.
No, it sounded great, man.
Yeah, it looked like it too. It looked like great fun. I'm always really impressed with you guys. What a great group of friends you got. It's just really nice people and really good musicians, man. It's so nice to just hang out with you guys virtually from 1,200 miles away.
That's so cool.
12,000.
Yeah, I agree, Eric.
Eric, that is so cool. And you are right. We are so aware of how lucky we are and say it all the time, literally, just to have this community. Just to be able to see each other on a regular basis. Ed Train is making it possible now with Zoom, and he's been doing this now since the whole darn thing started, which has been a real saving thread for everybody, just to keep everybody together. So thank you again, Ed Train. But Eric, you're right. We are lucky, and we know it, and are just so grateful.
Yeah.
So
it's great.
And nice to get to know you here,
Well, I
Eric.
told you a number of times about the musical communities I've been in. It's the best. People have more passion, more love, more feeling for each other than any other one I've ever been in.
Mike, be easy.
I'm talking to John. Yeah.
Agreed, Billy. Agreed.
And we got the other, when you're ready, do the other one with Christine.
Yeah, I'm going to play that right now. Ray Simonelli is going to join us for that as well. Here, check
cool.
this out. Check it out.
This one.
been in Nashville, Tennessee, but you won't even come around and see me. And since you're heading up to Carolina, you know I'm gonna be right there behind you, 'cause I always have to steal my kiss from you. Always have to steal my kiss from you. Always have to steal my kisses from you. I always have to steal my kiss from you. Now I'd love to feel that warm southern rain, just to hear it fall, the sweetest sound of thing, and to feel it fall on my simple country dress. It's like heaven to me, I must confess. Always have to steal my kiss from you. Always have to steal my kiss from you. Always have to steal my kisses from you. I always have to steal my kiss from you. I've been hanging around you for days, but when I lean in, you just turn your head away. Oh no, you didn't mean that. I said I love the way you think, but I hate the way you act. Always have to steal my kisses from you. Always have to steal my kisses from you. Always have to steal my kisses from you. I always have to steal my kisses from you. 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 I always have to steal my kisses from you.
I love the enthusiasm.
We were having a really good time, and Christine Cook is just she's so
I mean,
darn.
who cannot be charmed by Christine?
You added a lot, Dale. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I couldn't help it. It was like being called like the wood nymph dancing. I couldn't have stopped myself if I wanted to.
I probably should have.
I couldn't. And plus, I mean, Christine's up there singing. She makes me happy. They all make me happy. I was sitting on the grass in the sun, and I'm like, I just was called into the music. I couldn't help it. And we all just had such a good time with our little impromptu setup. And I thought Christine did a great job on that. And all three musicians.
I was just thinking about what Eric just said. You know, we've helped each other become better musicians because we provided each other with ensembles to play with, right? I mean, when Christine first sang with Jambox, she was, just starting out, and now you see a video like that, and she's an accomplished performer. And the way that happens is by doing it. And so, with us showing up at Ed's Jams over the years, we've had a chance to learn how to play together and collaborate in a wide variety of different music. I mean, you have to have a way to do that. You can't do that sitting at home playing your guitar.
Well, the advantage of a jam session to begin with is bringing people together from different genres that learn how to deal with each other. That's the best thing.
Absolutely.
Jam session.
Right. Cool. Absolutely. Very cool.
And I really greatly appreciate that you guys, you asked me to come and perform as well. That's been really great for me. My last 5 years of playing with people have been really, really great. And then that coming with the Connecticut crew, it's been awesome.
Yeah, well, JR, you're a consummate performer. I mean, I've seen. I played with you for so long in that, the Rock and Soul Review, and then in the Jambox and other stuff. But when you played at the Black Duck that time, you took that the audience
That's an
another
interesting
level.
place, man. That is a really interesting place. I love it.
Oh, we've all been there, JR.
Oh my God, I
But
love
I-
that place.
But agreed with that. What an aura! What a presence! Really, really great.
But for me, I knew two things about the Black Duck. Well, maybe three, but two. One, there would always be good music there, no matter what the fuck it was. And two, I would always run into some friends that I know. So, I mean, I don't know how many times Foster and I sat there at the bar solving the problems of the world and eating, wings. But there would always be good music. There would always be good friends there.
Always.
Yeah.
And we'll all get back there
and
at
folks
some
would
point.
show up. If they had a gig early or whatever, they would show up at the Black Duck later.
We'll all get back to the Duck at some point, and in the meantime, we'll have spontaneous meetups in the park and make music spontaneously.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
So
fun.
my theory about the Black Duck is this: since the floor is
one of the things we should do. One of the things we should do is all the musicians that have played there in the place, when it comes back in order to bring a thing, we should do a little thing on Saturday afternoon in the parking lot and advertise it in advance so that people come for the music and the food and just get the place jumping, because they were so good to us all the years.
Yeah,
true.
Absolutely.
I need $500
The thing about
and
the
a
Duck
Twin
is,
Lobster dinner.
for those that you haven't been there, is that the floor is slanted. So the audience is already off kilter from the very beginning. And they don't really know why. They just know that they're kind of like unstable, and they have to dance because they can't stand up very straight.
Don't walk towards the bass amp or you'll fall over.
That does sum it up.
I've told this to Ed before. For me, that works because for those who haven't seen me walk, it's quite a sight, and that floor compensates. That's the only place I walk normal. Is that fucking place?
Oh,
Walk like everybody else.
Look at Ray, normal.
Hey, Eric, you want to play a song for this
I did
crowd?
a jump once at the end of a song, and the drum set almost fell over. All right, I'll be quiet.
Cobb's Mill Inn used to do that too. You jump on the floor and you feel like the whole place reverberating, and there was a river. And there was a river under the floor. I was like, one of these days we're all going through that friggin' floor. My God. So Eric, you want to play one for these guys?
I would love to play just one song. Speaking of the park, I was just playing with an old friend in the park yesterday because it's actually been I think today is 40 years since I first came to Japan. And
cool.
A couple of years ago, I was asked to write a song for the TV show I was on about friends. And they said it didn't have to be really simple, but basic English. So I wrote a Friends song kind of about me going to Japan and how our friendship grew. And I just happened to play it at the park yesterday. I want to make a video out. I'll show you the video when it's done. But this is called A Friend Like You. And actually, Ed, I think you might have met this guy. We called him Bob. His real name was Sawanobori, but back at our house, he stayed at our place. I don't know if you remember that night. Yeah,
I think I do remember that. I remember very little. I don't remember the rabbit food, but I remember.
No, that's better. Yeah.
I remember him. Yeah.
Anyway, let me just sing this one song. A Friend Like You. Let me, so I can hear myself. When I was a boy, I left town. I was feeling all alone and blue. I didn't know what to say, and I didn't know what to do. Then I met you, my friend. You told me I was welcome. You looked at me and smiled. I looked back at you and smiled too. We walked together and talked together together. We laugh and cry together too. I'm so glad I have a friend like you. I'm so glad I have a friend like you. Now I'm all grown up, I've got a family. We don't meet as much as I'd like to. But still I know I'm welcome, and you are welcome too. When you need me or when I need you. We walk together and talk together, laugh and cry together too. I'm so glad I have a friend like you. I'm so glad I have a friend like you. I'm so glad I have a friend like you. Yes, I am. I'm so glad I have a friend like you. Thank you, thank you. If I can get my ears back on.
That sounded great.
Oh, thanks, man. Just felt like singing that for the 40th anniversary. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So you lived in Japan for 2 years, and then you were gone for college, and you went right back to Japan?
Pretty much. I was in Japan for 1 year that first year. Back to CU for 4 years. Back to Japan for 3 years. Back to Boulder for 3 years. And then after that, from about 92, I've been living here straight through.
So what did you do in Boulder those 3 years that you went back? I'm just curious.
Then I was working at Sushi Tora, which was what I would call the best sushi bar in town. It was where all the Japanese people went. I would work there as a waiter with really good tips, so I could pay rent with 3 or 4 days of waiting. And then I was, in the hippy dippy coffee house scene. And I was also on a radio drama on KGNU, doing the hippy dippy, musician thing, and then finally I decided to go back for love, for my long distance relationship, and then started from there.
Great. I really like that
Japan
song.
now, and it's about 1:45 or so, whatever. It's in midday.
Exactly, 20 to 1. Yeah, yep. So, but I'm glad I made it. I actually have to. I have a meeting at 1 o'clock, so I'm going to have to check out soon. But another online meeting. I rarely get out these days.
Believe me, I can relate. I have an early online meeting, so I'll be ducking out. But Eric, that was a wonderful song, and here we were all just talking about friendship. We were all just talking about how much it means to us, and then you came in with that song. And
thank you.
Liked it. That was very nice.
It's kind of a cute song.
Yeah, you're a natural performer.
Definitely. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
That was great.
Yeah, Eric was for those of you who don't know, Eric was my housemate in college.
Oh wow!
Yep.
And I pissed him off because my money crapped all over his house. So that's another story. I forgot that. I blocked that part out.
Yeah. Well, it's always nice to come here, you guys. I'm going to hang out for another 5 minutes or so, but
cool.
Thanks for letting me play again, Ed.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to see you. We got Mark and Dan, the masked men there. But can we hear you say something, Mark and Dan?
Hey, hello. What up, Bill?
How you guys doing?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, guys.
What's up? How you guys?
What do you say?
How you doing?
I'm gonna mute everybody so we can hear you better. So what are you gonna do for us?
Well, first we wanted to say hello.
Yeah, hello.
It's been a while. So you've been hiding out in Pennsylvania, and we've been. We're unfashionably wearing masks tonight because we're in each other's company and we're trying to be safe. I haven't been vaccinated yet. I understand you have it.
Who has it?
You can't hear us?
Now you've been vaccinated.
Oh, I got one shot. I got one of the two. I get the next one in April.
I've got 2.
Oh wow!
Excellent. I get my first shot on Easter Sunday.
Oh wow! On Easter Sunday?
Yeah, how about that? What a gift!
Wow! I got mine on my birthday last week. On Tuesday, on my birthday, the nurse said, "What's your date of birth?" I said, "Today." She said, "Oh, okay. Here you go."
That's a hell of a gift, boy. April 10th for me.
There you go. I'll be very, very happy to get my shot. Believe me.
Is Billy on?
Billy is, yes, but unfortunately I can't fit him on the screen right now. So I'll bring him back. He's watching from the green room, but I only have.
We wanted to get but anyway.
Yeah.
Mike, great job, brother. Great job.
I'll see you later, okay?
See you, Mike.
All right, Mike Babwell. Good to see you.
Always nice to see you.
There's Billy Foster.
Hey.
Hey. How you doing?
Put you in the center square.
We're gonna play a song we never played before. Yeah, we're gonna play. Well, we're hoping maybe you can do some backing vocals with us.
Yeah, okay. That's tough online. It's tough to get it.
Might be a train wreck, but we're gonna see what happens. Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Keyword is train. Ready? You call it. 1, 2, 3, 4. People all the world, join hands, start a love train, love train. People all the world, join hands, start a love train, love train. Stop that we made will begin well. Tell all the folks from China to well. Don't you know that it's time to get on board? Come on. And let this train keep on riding on. People all the world, join hands, start a love train. People all the world, join hands, start a love train, oh, up together, over there. Tell all the folks in Egypt and Israel too. Please don't miss this train at the station. You miss it, I feel sorry for you. Oh, people all the world, join hands, start a love chain. People all the world, join hands, start a love chain. People all the world, join hands, start a love chain. People all the world, join hands, oh, start a love chain. People all the world, join hands, start a love chain. People all the world, join hands, start a love chain, come on. Yo, Jays.
Nice. Nice. You guys delivered that
I loved that. That was so much
Great.
fun.
Great
I look
tune.
forward to hearing that live. That was so great.
Ed on keyboards, Craig on drums, David on bass, and Winston on saxophone.
It was great. That was so much fun. Great song. It just makes you smile.
I'll see you
right
guys.
off the bat. Bye,
See you
Eric.
guys later. Thanks a lot. It's Mo. Thank you very much. Bye.
I'm
Love you guys.
right off on the love train. That was really great.
All right. Hell yeah.
That's really fun. I got a video from Dennis now. Tell me about the video I'm going to play now, Dennis.
Oh, do you want to bring the other guys on? I haven't told them
Yeah,
yet.
you could. Yeah, we got to do a little bit of studio.
Yeah,
we're okay.
Winston, I'll take off and give you space, guys.
Winston, good to see you,
I
man.
think we only need two, maybe
I'm
one.
gonna watch your next.
Later, Winston.
So the thing that we
Hey,
found.
Mark and Dan, do you have one more song?
Oh yeah,
we do.
All right, cool. I'm trying to read your lips. I'm like, are they saying yes or no?
It's in the music thing. Don't feel it growing day by day. People getting ready for me. Some are happy, some are sad. Oh, don't let music play. Yeah, I'm feeling good to you. I'm feeling good to me. There ain't nothing that we can't do or say. Feeling good, feeling fine. Oh, don't let music play. Oh, listen to music. Oh, listen to music. Oh, listen to music all the time. Yeah, I know, you know, baby, everything I say. Meet me in the country for the day. You'll be happy. They were there. Oh, we're gonna dance the blues away. And I'm feeling good to you, and you're feeling good to me. There ain't nothing that we can't do or say. Feeling good, I'm feeling fine. Oh, we're gonna let the music play. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music all the time. Yeah. Like a lazy falling river, founding castles in the sky, and the crowd is growing bigger, listening for the happy sound. We're gonna hit every night. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music all the time, baby. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music all the time. Yeah. Thank you.
Nice one.
Yeah, boy.
Those guys are great.
Yeah, you guys know I love everything you do all the time. You know it.
Yeah.
Next time we come on, we're only going to sing songs by women now.
That's another thing. We can't get women.
Are you going to dress the part?
Yeah.
Are you going to dress the part? You're going to dress the part? Sing the part.
Yeah, they're going to wear dresses. Exactly.
Jesse J, we got a Jesse J tune. And by the way, we're hoping that 2 of our favorite special women are listening tonight. I think they know who they are. You guys know.
I'm gonna say good night, beautiful people, man. Thank you guys for having me on, man. Be easy.
Nice job, man.
Good to see you.
All right, have a good night, JR.
JR, fantastic singer, really great.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe. What's up?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Ray. I didn't even recognize you with those headphones on.
Ray Simonelli. So what do we have now? Do you have anybody else joining us, Dennis?
I don't see Tommy around, so I don't know. We got Joey on.
He might be sleeping with his new haircut, I think.
Yeah, right,
he
new
works on his haircut.
Boy, you
He
got to
got
be
it
an
short.
optimist to get a haircut now. I'm waiting for the CDC. I'm waiting for Anthony Fauci is going to text me when it's okay to get a haircut. That's all.
That's okay, yeah, exactly.
I still got my gigantic COVID ponytail.
Yeah, I do too. I'm getting close. Another month, it may be gone.
Oh, yeah? I don't know.
I got
It's gonna be more work
overruled
than
and
it's
sent to
worth.
the barber, but it doesn't look like it now.
What's that? Randy?
I got overruled and I got sent to the barber, but it doesn't look like it now. But I did about 6 months ago. She was like, "No, you look stupid. Go."
I got a haircut. This one right here.
Exactly.
That one.
Do you have that one numbered?
I thought it was looking a lot better.
All right, I guess we're going to have to look at Tommy on the video itself. And here it is from Alt ID Universe, Your Love. Check it out. like the dismount.
Nice.
The dismount's like, I think we're done. Boom.
When do we stop? Oh, about right there.
Yes.
Nice. We all love endings like that. That was great. You guys
That's more realistic to what we do when we're out in like bars. We're like, we're done.
Well, I hate those songs that fade because you never know where to stop. So
Yeah.
some play long,
We
some
don't
play
plan
short.
our ending, in case you guys didn't notice that yet.
Yeah, so this was an interesting song. We've decided that there's a reason that people don't play certain songs. You listen to them and you go, wow, that's a great song. Why does nobody play that? Because there's something in there that nobody can do.
Oh, is that right? What is it about that song that's so hard?
I don't know, just the timing on the whole thing. And when it started coming together, I didn't think it was ever going to come together. It came out pretty good, but
It did. I like the harmony work and all that.
yeah, the
a lot of
harmony
songs
work
do
was
that.
great.
You know, like they had some genius arranger in the studio, and they were like, they like did something weird with it, and you've heard it a million times, so you think, oh, that's easy, you know, but it's
Right.
not as easy.
Never easy.
Yeah, that drum section in the middle was really offbeat from the rest of the rhythm, or from the beat itself, so it was a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I agree.
And we're like the first generation of musicians that, I mean, you know, jazz guys, they had the book. They had their sheet music. They had the band leader would be like, here's your music for the show. You know, they would read it. And classical musicians they'd show up and there would be their music and they would read it. We're like, I think the bass player sort of knows it. We're okay. Let's make it happen.
As long as the guitarist knows it, we know the song, you know.
Totally.
Right.
I don't know the bridge, though. Does anybody know the bridge?
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. The drummer does. Follow him.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen the bridge? Where is that confounded bridge?
Take me to the bridge. Take me to the bridge.
I have a question for Billy Foster, if you don't mind.
What's up, Ray?
Hey, Billy. Hey, Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I went down to the park the other day and played with Dave, Randy, and the girls, Dave said you were there before I got there and you left, but you were supposed to come back. What happened?
Damn.
I ended up getting the last 10 minutes because when I came home, I worked hard to convince my son to go with me. I don't like to leave him alone for hours because he's autistic. He's very smart, but just in case something else, I talked to him going with me, and he said yes, and then changed his mind. So I got him involved in something before. When I got back, what's Randy? What did I catch the last half hour?
Yeah. Like that.
I wanted to get back before. I was there just Dave and I before all you guys got there. It was just Dave.
Oh, Dave did say that. Dave said that, Billy said he wanted to go home and get his son, so I thought you'd just come back with tea, you know? That's what I was expecting.
That's what I wanted to do. I was looking forward to it, but it didn't work out that way.
This was, hats off to Dave Rao. This was beyond spur of the moment. Like, whatever it was. Monday morning, Dave's like, anybody want to do this? And then there we were Wednesday afternoon, no rehearsal, no discussion of songs, nothing. So I think Billy, had Dave been able to stay and play percussion, we were ready for another set. And that would have been you, but the timing was just, just didn't work.
No, that little portion that I was there was still really good.
Yeah,
it was really great.
Yeah, we'll put you in the batter's box the first time next time.
Well, just so you guys know, Dave Rouse just sent a text a few minutes ago.
Uh-oh.
And the last piece of the text said, by the way, the weather looks good tomorrow. Just saying.
Just saying.
Does it really? I have to verify that.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Yeah.
Give me another day that begins
played,
with the 6th.
Thanks to Dave and Randy, we played with battery-powered amps in the park. And you know what? It didn't sound bad.
No, sorry.
Outdoors, but I was listening to them, and indoors, that would be a very strange sound.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It sounded really good outdoors. Indoors,
yeah.
And how?
All right. Hey, Mark and Dan, you got one more for us?
I heard the sound, and it was like, it sounded good.
It really
We got time if you want to do one
Mark
more.
and Dan, Mark and Dan, Mark and Dan.
You know any nice songs?
What's that?
You boys know any nice songs?
Nice songs?
Lady Middle, man.
Called Edge Garage.
Mother, far too many folks still crying. Brother, far too many of you dying. You know we got to find a way to bring some love into today. Father, we don't need to escalate. War is not the answer. Only love can conquer hate. You know we got to find a way to bring some love into today. Bring it out and bring it sound. Don't punish me with brutality. Come on and talk to me so you can see what's going on. What's going on? 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 Mother, everybody thinks we're wrong. Who are they to judge us? 'Cause our hair is long. You know we gotta find a way to make some love into today. Bring it out, sister. Pick it up, sister. Don't punish me, sister. With brutality, sister. Come on and talk to me, sister. So you can see, sister. What's going on? 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 What's going on?
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
Very nice, very nice.
That's very applicable to today.
It certainly is.
Right.
So is
Marvin Gaye and his father support.
Next, we're going to play some heavy metal.
We're gonna some heavy metal.
Hey, Pierre.
Hey, how was everybody?
Hey, Pierre.
How's it go, Pierre?
Everything is good. How is everybody? Beautiful day today.
Super.
All up and down the East Coast.
What was it, 75 in Washington?
Yeah, 70 something. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm coming down there to see you. I want to chase some of that good weather down there. It's getting cold up here again.
That was beautiful. So.
You been out on your motorcycle?
No, I haven't. Actually, I've got to get the gasket early. It's leaking like crazy.
That's a feature. That's a feature. Harley's leak. You know, that's
yeah, exactly. You know, so now it's bad enough to do something about it. That's the thing.
I got my bike started today. I went out and I charged the battery. The battery charger threw an error that it doesn't even show in the manual. It's like, your battery is screwed, dude. And then like it fixed it somehow. I don't know, but
Is that Ed? Is that your Beamer?
Well, yeah, I've got my Beamer here. I got one in Pennsylvania, and then I got my other one is stuck in Los Angeles with the pandemic. So we're already starting to make plans. I've got my.
I was going to say you're due for a road trip.
Yeah, I'm due for a road trip. This is my box of maps, right, from AAA.
Right.
And then I actually put my mask on, and I went to AAA last week, and I got more maps, right? So I got, I got California and Idaho and Washington and Nevada. So I've been like laying the maps out, like planning routes, even though I'm not doing it yet. You know, when it's safe, I'll do it.
And you're still in Stroudsburg, right?
I'm where?
In Pennsylvania, in Stroudsburg.
Yeah, I'm not far. I'm about 45 minutes from Stroudsburg. I'm in the middle of nowhere in the Poconos. Like, there's the Poconos. It's like Mount Airy Lodge, and which is a giant Mohegan Sun type of casino. And
I know, yeah.
I'm in the woods. Like, I'm in the state park. You know, the hunting lands. You know, and like in the middle of nowhere. But it's nice out here. But I'm making it back to Connecticut now and again.
Where serial killers hide. We know.
That's exactly it. Yeah, they can't find us out here.
I have one request. You can't be too far from a pretzel factory, because you know that Pennsylvania is the pretzel capital of the world.
I'm going down to Amish country at some point, maybe in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to go down and get a pretzel.
Can you bring some pretzels back for me?
I'll bring some pretzels back. Yeah. Amish pretzels. They make the good ones, I guess. Yeah.
I haven't had any in a long time.
Pennsylvania Dutch pretzels. Yeah, absolutely.
Pretzels. Got it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So last weekend, I don't know, I want to play a video. Last weekend, I was asked by Otar and his musical partner in crime, Maddie. They've been doing this fundraiser for to raise money to pay tuition for music school for kids. And they've been doing this for years in the name of Maddie's brother, who died about something like 10 years ago. And they do this thing every year called Brian Fest. They do it in Iowa City. And everybody flies into Iowa City, and they do this like all-day music festival. But we decided to do it online last Sunday, and I hosted it like a Jam TV kind of thing. And, people from around the country watched and donated and that sort of thing. But this is a video that they made for that, and I wanted to show. These guys are a lot of fun, and check this out.
In this world we live just once, and then we say goodbye. Say goodbye. All the time we thought we had just runs dry. Summer meadows full of flowers will be covered in snow. Whoa. My life is going by, but I don't want to go. People say you feel much better if you only smile. Let the little child inside just run wild. Well, you know you might regret it, but you reap what you sow. Whoa. My life is going by, but I don't want to go. Oh no, I don't want to go. money's all you're after, working nights and days, saving up your fortune for some rainy day. All the things you own will weigh you down much more than you know. Whoa. My life is going by, but I don't want to go. Oh no, I don't want to go. Oh no, I don't want to go. Oh no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Da, 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 da. I don't want to go. Ba, 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 ba. I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
It was good.
They were great.
Nice.
Those guys are great.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Super good.
Authentic.
Yeah, Ochar is a great musician, and they come from a music scene. I guess they have a really rich music scene in Iowa City, Iowa, and those guys are, they've all dispersed and done their adult lives now, and they go back every year and have like a reunion thing to raise money for this this charity that they do for Pride Fest.
Sweet.
I gotta go, everybody. Stay safe. Have a good night. I ran a lead. I gotta go kill my neighbor. Bye.
All right, Billy.
We all work for a living too. Yeah, we're gonna go too. Ed, thanks for letting us come on.
Yes, thank you, man.
Great to see you guys.
You guys did great.
Hope you can make it soon. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. We'll be right back after this.
Rock and roll. It's good to go.
Hey, you guys, this is the after party.
Still here.
10, 15 minutes.
Exactly.
Die
Wait,
hard.
is there a room or what?
Exactly. The Die Hard. So what's going on, Pierre? What is your opinion of what's, look, I've got some government agencies saying we're opening up, everything's good. Meanwhile, they're like, Texas, you suck, and Mississippi, you suck. But Connecticut, oh yeah, but we're opening. We deserve it because we've been whatever. And then I got Anthony Fauci over here going, no, it's not over. No, stay put. Don't go anywhere. And then I've got like the beginnings of people getting together and doing music, like what you guys did in the park the other day. And there's going to be a lot of that this summer. Nice. I'm not sure where I land on all this. I'm erring on the side of, 20% of the population vaccinated. We're not there yet,
Right, and then they're talking about another variant coming in that doesn't affect, and so there's that. I don't know. I got my second shot like a week and a half or 2 weeks ago now.
Oh yeah.
And so I've got that going for me, but at the same time, how much does it really do me?
It probably does you great. It'll keep you from getting in the hospital or killed or whatever. That's awesome.
I get it. That's it. But still, I could get it. I could still give it away. So
they don't really know about the new variants. They don't know. So there's a lot of I don't know. And you listen to like politicians. If the wind is blowing the way they want it to blow, they're like, "Oh, we're good. We're fine. It's awesome. It's
That's a great American tradition." Yes.
Right. And then you listen to like Anthony Fauci, and he's like,
Yeah,
I don't want to get fired by another president, like. So I don't know.
Which one did you get?
I got the Pfizer one. I had no
Moderna.
I got my first Moderna. I was fine, but I'm seeing some horror stories. But
it's
whatever.
The second one where you get all sicky, But
from what I hear, the Moderna second one is something that can be an issue. I had both of mine. I didn't have a problem with either of them.
Right.
Neither did my 86-year-old mother-in-law.
Say when my mother was 86, she had no problems either. You know, so I don't know. Everybody's different. I don't think there's any.
Yeah, I know everybody's different, and and I'll feel a lot better. Like I listened to the governor of Connecticut. He gets on and he goes, "We are doing great with vaccinations. We're doing great. We're doing great. Here's the chart. We have 25% of this age." And I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound great yet. It sounds like a progress, amazing progress, super progress, but we're not out of the woods.
It's not herd like, yeah.
No,
it's not herd like,
Right, but things just in the last 50 days or whatever it is. That's when things started rolling as far as getting the vaccine out. It wasn't out until then, So
yeah, right. And so we'll see. I'm cautiously optimistic.
Right.
And I don't see the end. Unfortunately, the thing that we want to hear is, come on down to Bobby Q's and we got a jam going, where you don't have to wear your mask. Like, I heard one thing that actually I thought was promising. CDC came out like a couple days ago with a thing that said, if these people have a vaccine and these people have a vaccine, they can get together with no mask.
Right.
And that sounds like, well, I'll go check vaccine passports at the door and give everybody a wristband and only vaccinated people come to the jams, because I think all of us are going to have vaccines at some point,
I think all that's true, but what Pierre said is exactly what haunts me, is that there are all these variants that pop up out of nowhere.
Right.
I don't know what kind of variation there's going to be on this motherfucker come September or October.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
And they're going to run a story in the newspaper, going to be like, Jammers back at Bobby Q's, awesome. And then they're going to be like, Randy Stone, the first one with the Slovenian variant who croaked, and I'm going to be like, oh God, he croaked because he wanted to play bass. Right.
That motherfucker, that goddamn Petri dish walked in here.
He ruined it for us all. Oh my God. No, I mean, like, I just don't want that. I don't want anybody that I know to come to anything musical and end up in pain or in the hospital or sick or whatever.
I mean,
it's the variations thing that haunts me, because we could be doing the right thing. We're all vaxxed up and everything's cool. We got it, herd immunity, but the Pittsburgh variant.
Pittsburgh, freaking Pittsburgh.
Yeah, right.
I've said we should nuke Pittsburgh, but nobody listens to me.
Yeah.
Hey, Ed, I have a prediction.
You been there lately? Yeah.
Pittsburgh. What's up, Ray? What'd you say?
I have a prediction.
What?
I think you'll be able to do in-person jams at Bobby Q's by the end of July.
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
Based on everything I've heard.
I'm open to a pleasant surprise. I'm open to them going, oh my God, guess what? The variants are all the same crap and we're all good.
Right. And the vaccine takes care of them all. That's what I want to hear. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I was actually a month ago, I was listening to news where they were like, once you get the second vaccine, you still have to wear a mask and you still have to socially distance. Now I'm hearing, well, if everybody gets a vaccine, you can, you're okay. Yeah. You don't have to quarantine. You don't have to take tests. Like, okay, because I'm going to have that vaccine in a few weeks. Maybe there is a magic pill, but they don't want to say it yet.
But the fact is, if you take your blinders off and just look objectively, we don't fucking know based on the timeline. The fucking vax has only been here since a few months ago at all. We have no idea what the fuck 6, 12, 18 months are going to look like with this motherfucker, but here we are,
Technically, it's not approved.
Right, that's right.
Oh, yeah, we're all guinea pigs. I got it.
Exactly.
But as opposed to a ventilator, here I go.
Take it.
My second one's on March 31st. Here I go.
Oh yeah, I got April 5th, so we're on the same track, But I'm already looking at maps. Like, I want to get on my motorcycle. I want to travel, but I don't want to travel to New Orleans to a bar. I want to go to the mountains. I want to go where there are no people.
So you have a motorcycle that's in storage out west?
Yeah. I got one in Los Angeles. I got one here, but I got one in Los Angeles that I've been doing this trip with it. My friends and mine are both in the storage. He had COVID. And it almost took him out. Like, he was bad, but he's okay now. So, he's out and fine. And they're going to give him a one of the, this is what makes me worry. They're like, they're like, well, for you, because you had COVID, we're going to give you 1 shot of the Moderna. And they're like, I'm like, wait a minute. You made that up. You're like, that's not a thing.
He totally made that up. Of course they did. I mean, it's based on an educated guess, and these are smart people, and there's some data, but still, it's a total fucking guess. Of course it
We're
is.
going to give you 1. Let's not give you 2. We'll give you 1. Maybe later we'll give you another one. You know?
Yeah, we were going to give you 1.4, but we decided 0.8 would be perfect. Yeah, okay.
This is not Robitussin where they're like, just take an extra tablespoon, whatever, you know, like. Yeah, so I don't know, but I'm feeling a little more optimistic. The weather was nice today. I got outside, made me feel good. Like maybe part of it too is we're all depressed because we're stuck inside, which we're depressed in March every year because we're stuck inside.
Yeah, but
you know, so I don't know. I'm a little optimistic. I think you guys can stay safe in that park. I worry a little bit more about that street thing. You know, because everybody's piled in, you know, and then people
I thought about that too, but there was so much cross ventilation and there was distance enough, and I don't want to tempt fate here, but the tale of the tape is there were a lot of people that attended all those jams, and to my knowledge, no one got sick from those.
Yeah, but you know what? Thank God. Number one,
agreed, totally agreed.
Number 2. You don't know about the person that walked by or went home and gave it to their brother, who gave it to their cousin, who gave it to their grandma.
No doubt. That's right.
You know, grandma.
Well, wait a minute.
That
Governor
fucking
Lamont,
dog is looking cross-eyed at
Governor
me too.
Lamont walked by when we were playing.
No way.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
On one of the days, Governor Lamont came down.
Oh,
the
I
street
remember that. Yeah.
And he saw us playing, and he thought it was cool. He just kept going, you know.
And that's why he said, "No music, no bars, whatever."
I think it was more
he
like
said that long before that. No, he said that long before our street concert.
Those guys, we're banning them. You know?
I think it was more like, Jesus Christ, just keep moving. I want no part of this.
Yeah, there'll be a photo op. Oh my God.
Right.
With Billy Foster lighting up. no photo op. The governor, he's like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah. It's legal now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's legal, right, Mr. Lamont, right? Governor Lamont.
Yes. This baritone voiced gentleman in a Hawaiian shirt and a baseball cap came up to me.
Oh my God. All right, you guys. Well, that's it this is it for Jam TV. I still got some there. This is it for Jam TV for the first year. This is
1 year anniversary, baby.
In the can. Next week is the first show of the second year. We're not stopping. We're not going to stop.
We gotta say for folks who play this back too, the fact that you've hung this motherfucker together for an entire year, every fucking week, didn't miss a week, weren't late. You know, glitches are fun, all that shit. You know, here's to you, brother. Nice job.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And let's do it for another year. The reality is, if we get a jam going somewhere, we'll just broadcast live from the jam, and we'll fly people in. Like, why wouldn't I have a live person? And when they get done and we're switching them out, we have Eric from Japan who comes in. And we have people who can make it.
Totally, yeah.
That's very true.
You know,
I've joked on this channel before, and it's totally true. When you would do those live streams sometime, the best part was between songs, listening to some guy, and I'm not naming anybody, chat up a chick. It was just, I would be like, oh, this is precious.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The stuff that you would get when people were standing by the camera was just brilliant. I have recordings of
they're
all
working
of that.
They're trying to reel the fish in. It's just great to listen to.
That would have been a great job during COVID. Go through that, snip out all of the embarrassing things, and blackmail people. Be like, I got proof that, I'm going to send that to your wife,
If nothing else, you could have a whole show of outtakes from all the jazz.
Exactly. All right. You
So
guys,
wait a minute, it's
what?
going to be interesting seeing you at Bobby Q's, like with your headphones on at a table while the jam's going on, because you have to broadcast that on this.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. I mean, it'll be like after the big difference is I'll have to wear pants, but
there's that,
there's that. But
yeah,
okay.
I don't have to. I guess.
That happens.
Yeah.
But the it's going to be interesting because somebody will play a set of 2 or 3 songs, and then I'll get up and I'll say, "Oh, okay, great," see, and then I'll play a video while I switch them out.
I was going to say, you'll physically move people. Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker! Move over there. Right.
It's going to be an interesting time, and I have no reason to believe that Bobby won't get back into it when the time is right.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think anybody.
Sense for him. Yeah.
This is kind of my attitude: is if we have to wear masks at the jam, then we're not ready.
Then what?
Yeah, okay. I would say if the audience has to wear masks, because what's going to happen? They're going to be like, so there's going to be all kinds of.
So but the enemy of good is perfection. That's all right. Let it happen.
But I'm waiting for the whistle to blow where they go, if you've all had your shots and you all have your little sticker or whatever, your dumb little pin or whatever, then you can
Scarlet Letter
around other people.
Remember what you're talking about? The Scarlet Letter?
Oh, you're right, man.
Scarlet Letter, yeah, exactly. All the girls get an A, a Scarlet A, So no, I'm hearing some talk about an all clear, like if you all had shots, you could all get together at each other's houses, and it's promising.
But but Ed, to your point, I think it's a reversal. If we feel like we've done both shots and waited the appropriate 2 weeks, then kind of an anvil's off my shoulder. I feel like I can at least do some of this stuff, and I can't worry about everybody else around me. I just hope that I'm not going to catch, to Pierre's point, some weirdo variant. But I'm going to feel better. I would do an instant gig at that point. I really would.
I feel more secure that I have.
Yeah.
I feel better about it. And all this time, I almost lost my mother over the holiday. It was a terrible time, and I couldn't go to see her. She's up in Connecticut, and I haven't seen her since. Thank God she's doing fine now. She's doing okay. So I'm thinking, well, I've got both shots. It's time to go to Connecticut, but still, I'm skeptical.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. We'll know more. We'll know more in a month or two. We'll feel better about it.
Agreed.
It'll be more dated. All right, you guys. I'll see you next year.
Yeah.
Happy end of year 1, and I'll see you next year on show 53, which is 2.1.
There you go.
All right. Good to see you guys.
See you guys.
Hey, everybody. So that was a great year. We are a sponsored show. So if you feel like contributing, this is your last chance for the first year on Jam TV to contribute. So throw me some pocket change by Venmo or PayPal. Keep the show going. And it was great to see you all. We'll end with a clip of my good friend, Steve Wexler, and we'll see you all on Jam TV for season 2 starting next week.